Boom! Today is Monday, August 22 of 2022, and we are live on YouTube Live. Boom, like now, share the show, subscribe, and come over to enjoy a few hours in the MoonDay. Boom. Let's do it. Hashtag I'm new. Evil, Jose. I need me some patio furniture. Hey, look at that stone monkey. Not one, two, or three Majesties. I want to be a farmer's boy when I grow up. Work with Charlie Walsh and Martin. Hi, boss lady. Love her mom. See you. Howard Moore will drive us around. RT96, show us the ropes. Stefan Mudd, always sitting in the corner. Don't earn his money too well, man. So we're gonna have lunch and my mom bakes cakes. And you know what? We are all together because Earth is alive. Boom.
Are we resorting to comedy hour now? Obviously, Gravity. La La Land is reserved for special people
Hey,
that
Fred,
double speak.
give
Let's
that
say open
lady
is
a
closed,
drink.
closed is open.
Fred, Bailey.
We are in
That's what she
La
wants.
La Land. Gravity. Obviously. La La Land.
Boom.
La La Land. La La Land. We are in La La Land. Gravity. Gravity. Obviously.
Are you ready? Call your mama, call your papa, call your friends. The festivities are about to begin. Boom.
Nuh-uh. Boom. Boom. Nuh-uh. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Oh, hell, no, I didn't. Just began the show right on time, on schedule. Some of you got notified via Discord because I shared the link places around in different Discord servers. So if you caught the notification, then you're good. If you didn't see my link popping one of the Discord servers that you are a part of, well, it is your duty to grab a link or this live show and throw it in the Discord servers that I didn't. That means that I don't belong to them, because in all the servers that I belong to, I threw a link for this show. The more we share, the more we care, and the more derp we ingest. That didn't rhyme, but you know the idea. Shout out to everybody on YouTube land. Please boom like on the stream if you're watching this live or recorded. Leave a comment in the comment section if the video is already up on YouTube. If the video is already wrapped up and done on YouTube, there's a super thanks feature that you can use for the uploaded videos. But if you are here live and you want to support, you can use the super chat feature or a PayPal. PayPal link is pinned above. Preferred method of accepting your support will be PayPal, because they don't take away so much money. When you super chat, Google take a big chunk of it, and taxes and all that shit. But I still really appreciate everybody's support. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. Good looking out. Boom. He say, she say. I say that we need to do some shout outs. And these shout outs are to Patio Furniture, Stone Monkey, Tres Megistus, Farmer's Boy, Brad Wegner, Martin, Glover Mom, Stone Monkey, Howard Moore, RT96, Stefan Mudd, My Mom Bakes Cakes, Earth is Live, Charlie Welsh, Fred Bailey, Kuso, Citizen 9, Earth is Live, Charlie Welsh, Tres Megistus, Jim's Mind, Triple Croquet, Stefan Mudd, Brad Wagner, Howard Moore, and Tres Magistus. Thank you very much. I got everybody. If you had more than one shout out, that means that you matter. You are very important. If you only have one shout out, that means that you matter and you are important. You number one. You see, if I just say your name once, that means that I recognize you. I know who you are. I don't have to repeat your name. If I repeated your name more than once, it doesn't necessarily means that you are less important. It means that you might be more important because I intentionally wanted to mention your name a few more times. You know what I mean? So it's a win-win for everybody. I got you. I got you guys. Hell yeah. All right, let's move on over here to next. We have already opened the Daily Boom Uncensored in the Discord server. That's the text box, and we are about to open the YouTube Live voice chat. YouTube Live voice chat. It is open for business. If anybody would like to be a part of the festivities today, click on the Discord link and join us. You find a Discord link in the description box, or I will throw a new link in the chat box very, very shortly. Shout out to Farmers Boy and Earth is live in the house. What's up?
Hey.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. I forgot to do a little something very quickly, and it's this. Headphones warning, Squeaky Earth is about to turn. Let's do Squeaky Earth. Here we go.
Oh, it's not too bad.
Oh, that's good. It's good.
Sounds
I
decent,
like
right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's got a good squeak on it.
Very good.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Excellence. Yeah, man. All right. We are all set, ready to rock and roll. Let's see what the tide will bring us today. So if a
So,
tide will bring us something, that means that the earth is breathing, right? Tides. Sorry,
Yeah.
right.
So I have something that's pretty cool.
Bring
I found out. So remember yesterday we were watching. Was it yesterday? We watched a little bit of Brian's video showing Himawari, and I guess the continents didn't match up
Yeah.
to him. Okay.
Yep.
Well, cool. So I went on Himawari. You know that little feature on Himawari where you can take out you can show the coastlines
Yes, it
and
highlights all the outlines,
yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah.
So what I did was I did that. Let me just do this real quick. I took a screenshot.
We are in the
I'll post it.
uncensored. Daily Boom Uncensored.
Okay,
Post it there.
I'll post it in there.
Yeah.
I took a screenshot here, and give me a second. I'll use the one I use. Okay, yeah, right here. So I'll take a screenshot, right?
Yep.
And I have an app called Background Remover, and it removes the background, so it'll just show the outline like this. I don't know, can you see that? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. I'm tweaking this up.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I got something wrong. I did here in the screen share. Shared the
You
wrong
good,
screen.
Jose?
It's coming.
For
So-
the audience about now.
Yeah. So Brian, if you're watching, if you're listening, this is just for you, right? So I took the background and removed it, and then I went to Google Earth, and Google Earth picture is right here, right? And
my
then-
baby's going.
Then I took both of those images and I put them in my video editing software, and this is what I got.
Okay, so you got you got the outline on the continents and the land masses. You separated those. You took a screenshot of the Google Earth, and then you just combine both. You overlay the outline to the Google Earth, and
Yes.
this is what we got. Very good.
So what you have to do to get it just right is when you go to Google Earth, down in the bottom bottom right hand corner, it shows you the elevation above the earth.
Yes.
Like you can change it into to kilometers or miles. So you just change it to miles, and the Himawari is about 220 something thousand miles away from Earth. So you get as close as you can, and then you rotate the Earth so it pretty much matches the angle from Himawari, and it matches up just perfectly with the outlines and Google Earth. So Brian, you could have did it this way, and you would have got a better result.
It wouldn't match the globe. Too close to comfort.
No, it matches pretty close.
That is pretty dang close, yeah. Who'd have
Yeah,
thought
he
it?
wouldn't been comfortable doing that because he will kind of point to the globe incorrect.
Yeah. So yeah, I was thinking about I'm probably gonna make a video about this, but you
Yeah,
guys
man,
already see
you
it, so yeah.
You should.
It's-
Hell yeah.
I think it's still worth doing, yeah.
Brian Leake, if you are lurking in the background, if anybody, the people lurking in the background have a hold and have an eye on Brian Leake, send him a direct message or just holler at him to, hey, Brian, Jose, they're calling you out over there in Jose. They want to talk to you about the map. So send them over. Boom. Tres Megistus. Join us, Tres Megistus. I want to hear you, man. I don't know who that is. How does it feel sleeping in United States over here in the big land in United States, people?
It's a lot hotter. I don't get to see as much water as I used to. I can't see the horizon over the water, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, man. You're not in Houston,
Yeah.
right? It's in Dallas or Houston?
No, I'm in Central Texas.
Central.
Yeah.
How far is that from Houston? Like 4 hours, right?
Shoot. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Then if you were closer to where I used to live, I'll send you I'm still gonna one day send you the coordinates. Maybe you want to take a road trip with the missus and hang around and go to the Galveston area where I took my lighthouse observation and the big condominium building. I'll send you the coordinates one day.
Yeah. That's it.
I know you're gonna go away for a few months, soon. And it sucks, man.
Yeah, man. It's gonna suck, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. It goes fast, once you install yourself in the other place, put your mind to this is a temporary thing and I'm gonna just focus and do my thing. So the time go fast, try to wrap your mind around what you're doing. Don't think in distractions about home and other things because time just drag and slow down, man.
Yeah. Now we're just gonna be doing a lot of training, and I'll probably, in my downtime, I'll probably be in the gym a lot.
Yeah. Greetings to
so I
Extra
guess
J. Sorry, guys.
I guess Brian's gonna join us shortly. Maybe he's gonna come in and tell us that the Himawari has been heavily debunked by Paul on the plane.
I saw a new upload yesterday again. Some older video of the ISS, and whoever astronaut, he had a zip bag of coffee with coffee, and he was drinking it slow. And then when he brought his hand down, and the video was about to be over, you got that little compression artifact in the cameras that you got a little, you got a, it tilts, like the camera gets froze a little bit, and you got this weird effect. So you got one of those weird effects of the coffee, like the color leaving the bag, like you got a little separation. So they play it in slow mo. They pause it when you got a weird glitch going on, and therefore the ISS debunk fake, and there's nobody there. It doesn't exist, and all this stuff because you saw yeah.
When one of these weird little sort of glitches, one of these weird little artifacts, and they go, "Oh look, see, it's all CGI." Yeah, really?
Yeah. You are a little bit lower today, farmers. What are you doing different? Volume wise.
Yeah, I've been playing with my system because I kept lighting up when I wasn't actually doing anything.
Right.
So I've just been fiddling through my systems, and I had microphone boost turned on, so I've turned it off.
Is your camera picking up your audio?
No, because
No.
I now have a webcam that doesn't have a microphone in it.
Okay.
You're kidding me. There's no such camera to find.
Yes, there is.
Really?
Camera with a
Yes.
microphone, yeah. You just got to
Yes,
know a
I-
little bit of. You got to know a little bit of wiring and have a very tiny pliers and go snip.
No, I bought it off Amazon. I just
Yeah,
searched for
what camera is it?
webcam with no microphone, because my
Mm.
last one, it kept going back to the webcam microphone, and of course, as we all know,
Yeah.
the microphones and webcams are shit.
Are you joking me? You go disable the device in Device Manager and you don't see the microphone anymore.
Yes, and every now and then it goes back and changes its own fucking settings. All of a sudden, the microphone.
No, it doesn't if it's disabled.
Yeah, well, I'll just treat myself to a new webcam. Bollocks to it. Without a microphone, because why would I want a microphone? on a
How?
webcam?
What is the size of that camera? Like the aperture?
Oh, it's tiny.
Okay, so it's good to to kitchen experiments. Small enough.
What do you mean?
Well, if you want to take a picture of the sun, you cannot use that camera. For
Oh,
kitchen,
remember
yes.
that?
For
Yeah,
the
that was
sun,
funny.
yeah, you got to do a big ass camera to
Gotta
take
be
a
a
picture of
big-
the big objects. Yeah. Remember,
Oh, that was
big
Gary,
camera
wasn't it?
for big objects. Yes, small cameras for small
Oh,
objects.
God, oh, yeah.
Oh, Gary.
Uh, Now we got that you cannot scale, dude. You cannot take pictures or compare to scale models, scale physical scale because the camera is too big, or you cannot take picture of the real life because the camera is too small. Now we got that, and we also have the animals.
I'd
Like
forgotten
birds
about
and reptiles are not animals.
What
Great.
size we talking about? The lens, the total size of the camera? What size?
The whole shebang, the size of the physical camera, the size of the lens, the size of the aperture, size of everything.
Let's see. Can you give us a table? What camera size match what things to take picture of?
Well, P900, you can zoom in and see a lighthouse, see buildings, see downtown with a P900, right? That's a normal size camera for long distance observations. If you have a long warehouse, a big warehouse, and you want to put little scale objects, little Legos representing these mountains, buildings, and lighthouses, now you need to scale down a camera. So if 1 millimeter equals 1 meter or whatever, then you got to scale down the camera. So the camera should be like maybe finger size instead of the P900 is big arm size, like the size of your arm. If you need to do scale, you need to do like a Q-tips, for the ears, a little Q-tip size, that camera size. The phone will be still too big. Phone camera. Small camera, like toys. Like you find a GI Joe and you find the reporter with a little camera in his that's the size that you should use.
Hmm.
You get it, Parmas?
So my
You got it, Chuck, yeah.
my posting privileges have been removed in Earth Awakening
Really?
due to me continuously spamming globe evidence or
Wow.
anti-flat Earth pictures.
But you're posting stuff related to the topic, right? What they're speaking about?
Well, normally there's not really many people inside the VC, so no one's really talking.
So you are.
I mean,
spamming.
once in a while, there's people in there, but like recently, there hasn't really been anyone in there.
So
But I
you
mean,
are-
I don't post anything as no more than anyone else posting flat Earth memes.
Well, that's different. That's different. Post memes, no, not evidence.
Now, what I think I have to post flat Earth memes in order for me not to get banned.
It's got to be
You
by the
know,
way of memes. You know, that's the
yeah,
format, acceptable format.
yeah. As long as it's pro flat Earth and not
Right.
globe evidence, then it's okay.
That's strange, man. There's no resistance. Then you know, I mean,
Really?
they don't accept any resistance whatsoever.
You find it strange, really?
That they don't welcome resistance, they don't welcome diversity. I find it strange because a lot of them, they you know, they allow you to a certain extent. I allow them to post all the resistance, all the flatter memes they
But
want.
that's different.
Well, how is different?
You're not them.
Well,
Flat Earthers, and that's what they feel comfortable with their memes and with their But once they start seeing like anti-flat Earth stuff, then it's a problem. And now it's called spamming. And we're pushing the globe onto them
Oh, poor thing.
rather than just trying to share ideas.
it's the world's smallest camera on screen right now for those who are watching this stream.
This is still as of today, or it was the smallest at some point of
I guess it
time?
was the smallest camera at a point in time. Yeah. It might be smaller than that today.
No, if you Google it,
Is
that
there
picture comes up.
is there
I mean,
images?
How could you possibly get any smaller than that? Jesus.
How did you get that small?
And you
If you
must
get that
you
small,
must
you
have
only need to cut it in half, and you have
yeah,
smaller.
but you must have, if this is a working with some kind of a lens or mechanism that you have to control it with a whatever apparatus, a phone or a pad or something, a little remote control. Dude, that'd be fucking cool. Yeah, it's pretty small. I'm taking this on face value. I believe that this is real. Let me see. Let me search the image with Google Lens.
There's an article about it.
Find an image source.
It's the OmniVision OV6948. 120
Okay, world's
degree
smallest
field of
camera.
view with an aperture of f2.8.
You're still low, farmers.
Pixel.
Struggle.
Wait, Omnivision. I know they making sensors. Pick the
The size of the sun
Omnivision.
frame?
Fine.
Omnivision.
I'll put my boost back on. Fuck it.
What type of pictures does it take?
40,000 pixel image. But apparently the resolution isn't actually that good. Surprise, surprise.
You mean to say shit?
Probably.
200 by
1/13 of an inch optical format. Yeah.
It's 0.65 of a mil by 0.65 times 1.158 millimeters. And it's basically used in medicine when they need to have a look inside you.
So I could swallow it and poop it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't notice.
Well, I don't think they will bother to recover it.
No, apparently it's used for disposable guide wires, catheters, and endoscopes.
There you go.
So,
Mm.
Tell you. That must have burned if a man has to pee it.
well, I'm guessing if you're putting it inside somebody's body, you're not going to want to try and retrieve it, sterilize it and use it again. It's just like, yep, we've used it, throw it away.
That's expensive, man.
No, it's not. How much it cost?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask that question. How much does it cost to make? Probably not that much.
$2. It says they're Omnivision. What is the model of this sensor?
Maybe Gary want to come in and let us know about it. Shout out to Mr. Victory's Radio.
Trying to see if there's a price.
We got boomerang action there going on.
excuse me.
What is the mechanism behind a boomerang? I am boomerang illiterate, but I know that if you throw a certain way, it will come back to you. How?
Something with the way it's designed and its aerodynamics. I'm guessing.
Jim's mind have seen videos of that camera pill. I bet they're fun. Fun watch. All right, what we got?
Waiting on Brian.
Oh
he's
man,
gonna
we'll
come
show
in.
up today. Yeah, good. Got any?
Maybe he'll
fun?
tell me how tell me how my thing is incorrect.
Hmm.
And how the Himawari is heavily debunked.
We're gonna
First,
we gotta do a Google search over here of see what's new around flat Earth. So when I search flat Earth on YouTube, I go to the filters and I go to upload date, and that's all I need to do so I can find flat Earth content. It's nothing hidden, nothing is being censored, none of that shit. It's all there. It's all here. How everything works on a flat Earth. Wow, everything.
Everything?
I wonder who this is. Probably an Eric Dubay. Let's see. May you bet. And hear the sound.
Been touted as the mother of all
Nailed it.
Yep.
Fucking nailed it.
Eric Dubay.
Fucking
Yeah.
nailed it.
Go figure.
Flat Earth. China's space station shoots down the globe. Shoots down the globe?
What?
What does shoots down the globe mean?
So I found a channel yesterday. Let me post a link. It's Antarctica time lapse under the firmament, and it's from a channel called 2018 Flat Earth.
Mm.
Is the guy trolling or something?
Uh,
Come on.
let me check on this one. The China space station video. For you guys that are here on the call, if you want to see what I'm seeing, I'm screen sharing on Discord. Let's see what this is.
I see it.
China's manned space agency on Friday published footage
Oh,
of
it's
an
freaking
astonishing view of
Leo.
Earth from China's
Leo.
space station,
Who is
which is
that?
400
know him.
kilometers
I don't know.
above
Level
the
Earth
planet's
Observer,
surface.
Adam.
The globe Earth
Take a look.
pantomime.
Okay
I
then.
don't know him.
Posing this, me highlighting this and many others months ago. They would have got their act together. But there's a
It's
technical
obviously a
error.
wide-angle lens, of course.
Oh, yeah.
He says flat Earth is scientifically provable, but he never shows any proof.
Always sold with a bit of piano. Let's play on the feelings here. Come on, you
Oh,
want to
did he
believe in
talk
this
like that?
absurdity. You're even going to defend this misshapen, out-of-shape globe. Come on, you sold by the
Come
superpower
on,
that is
tell
China.
the rebut. Come on.
And yet China are serving this globe up for breakfast and mocking anyone that believes in space or them.
Obvious.
If Mother Earth
distortion in
hurts,
the camera.
then we suffer as well. Well, nameless warrior,
Wow.
you must...
So this is it. That's all what he got. Just showing some,
back to
camera
bending
effects.
and warping and deforming.
Yeah, some
It's
warp
probably,
images and
what's that? I'm trying to
saying,
gauge it from a
"Come
distance.
on."
More like deforming
it.
and destroying and ultimately
Yeah, I guess weak.
Look,
Very
the
weak.
guys sit there up in the crane all day long. That messes up with your mind, you know.
Yeah, it's got to.
Mm-hmm. No,
Yeah, this is a
what?
strange video right here. This is just I think this guy is literally in Antarctica.
What?
I'm
He
gonna
thinks
go.
the Earth
Yeah.
is flat.
I'm gonna go the fastest. It's a long video, man.
Yeah.
Put it in the background for a bit. So he in 2018 he went ballistic, grabbing all the videos and probably downloading in his own server and backups, and he's re-uploading now little by little.
Oh, wait.
2018. Wait, what?
So when the stars rotating around,
Yeah.
like I don't like I, is this a troll or something? Like I don't understand this channel or this video.
It says Antarctica time lapse under the firmament. I mean, it's rotating as if the point is up, like not on the screen, like somewhere around here.
Yeah. And I think those streaks are probably satellites.
Probably, yeah, for little shooting stars and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nothing wrong. I mean, this is good, cool.
It's very pretty.
Have nothing to do with flat Earth anyway. I mean, it's just cold video of nature of the stars and shit. And just repeating the same text, which is annoying.
Here's a question. Do all low Earth orbit satellites, do they orbit in 90 minutes, or some I'm pretty sure some of them take longer than others, right?
Well, it depends on their altitude.
Okay. Yeah.
The altitude, yeah.
The lower you are, the faster you're going.
The faster. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why if you get out fast enough, you'll orbit the Earth at the same time as it's rotating, and you're geostationary.
Yeah. I bet if you figured out exactly what satellites those were going across in this video, and you found out the time of the orbit, you could probably see those same ones go across in the video, and then time them and see if it comes around again in that time.
Right.
Yeah, probably could.
Pretty cool. Yeah, I'll leave this in the background for now. Whenever you guys are ready to start sharing images of the topic that we about to entertain, because we got a bunch more people. We have George joined by Brian Mabet and Brian Leake in the house, along with Chaik, Earth is Life, Farmer's Boy, and Nestle Wipes. Welcome, every single one of you. Brian, you were called out earlier about something about your maps. Uh-oh. He's still muted. Probably busy around. But this is nice. So this is the Aurora Borealis or Australis?
Australis. If it's Antarctica.
Yeah.
You see, I did good today. I didn't call it Aureola.
That's true. Yeah, you did all right.
I remembered when. Almost as good as Arwen. I sang it almost as good as him.
Nobody's as good as Arwen.
I'm gonna share one more. You don't have to play this one,
right,
Jose, because it's like an hour long.
Okay.
But you know that flight that I always talk about, or one of the flights I always talk about?
The QFN, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this one is I think it's from Sydney to from Santiago to Sydney. And here's a guy who documented his entire flight.
Huh. Brian Leake seems to be having problem because he keeps muting and deafening. Probably he's in the phone. That's why like talking in the phone. Brian Leake, when you're ready, you're set to tag.
Yeah, go ahead, Brian.
One-hour video. Sydney to Santiago. All the information here. It's like a documentary of the whole trip. I'm gonna share.
No, I think he doesn't talk. He doesn't really talk. He just kind of kind of just records himself.
Yeah, but documenting the thing, not narrating it,
Yeah.
but documenting it. Yeah,
Right.
it's cool.
I know they always like to claim that no one's really been on this flight. No one's videoed it or anything, but here it is. And this is back in 3 years ago.
Ah, okay.
Now I'm pretty sure the argument will be that no one has a full video of the flight, but who's gonna record like 14
Yeah.
hours of a flight?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Your battery is
Exactly.
gonna die. Your
Me.
bank memory is gonna end up, and whenever you need to switch, if you want to record the whole thing, you need to switch batteries and SD cards and shit. So you're gonna have a cut. So then you're gonna dismiss it after, I don't know, 7 hours,
After
eight
one
hours
cut.
of flight for one cut. I call bullshit.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll do it. You buy me a ticket for 14
And you'll
hours
do
flight,
it.
I'll do it.
No cuts, uncut.
Uncut, well, you can buy, I don't know, what's the biggest SD card you can buy today?
You can, memory. I think you can do it, but then how you gonna do with the battery? You're gonna have a array of batteries, so the battery doesn't die.
Yeah, battery packs.
Well, you can keep your phone plugged in the whole time on the plane.
No, but it has to be with a
But you're,
P900.
yeah, but you can 256 gigabyte SD card,
Right.
micro
Perfect,
SD card.
not a problem.
What's up?
I don't know, maybe you can have adapter micro USB cards for external SSD or something.
Possibly, if your phone allows it, yeah, you can have an external,
Okay, phone.
an OTG cable with a
P900.
thumb
We're
drive.
talking about P900 now.
Oh yeah, but you can't really buy a 1 terabyte micro SD card, can you? Are they
No,
available
I'm
yet?
talking about adapter that will be USB
Oh, the
adapter
adapter,
on
yeah.
one side, and on the other side it will be connected to SSD card.
There you go.
There is no such
But-
one. You can
But
order.
doesn't it require? But the P900 requires batteries, doesn't it?
Yeah, P900 batteries.
And
You
those,
can. There's
and those
a,
batteries
battery.
will die.
yeah. You can you can put a battery with the cables coming out of the battery, and that you can plug that in, so you can use it permanently. I don't have one of those, but
Okay.
there's a adapter thing. that
But
you can
is
use to plug
someone
in.
really, if someone was to do that, is someone really gonna watch an entire 14-hour video?
Yeah, it's bullshit.
You know what I mean? Come on.
It's bullshit.
I know. I don't. I'm not going to watch 14 hours video flight.
I wouldn't do it.
When I'm on a flight, I can't wait until it's over. You want me to watch movies of flight? I mean, you
Brian
see
Babbitt.
the
Let me ask Brian Babbitt, because I know you deal with cameras and drones and stuff. So you know a little bit about cameras. Do you think it's possible to record let's say a 10 hours flight unedited, since you hop into the plane, you buy the tickets, you hop into the plane, record the whole thing unedited, uncut, 100% until you just land and then exit and make sure that you are in the correct location. Is that possible, Brian Babbitt? Give me your thoughts, please. What kind of equipment do we need to do that? Uncut, unedited, live in real time. Because Brian is not going to answer anybody, like for real. Just make it realistic. It's
I'll answer
possible,
for
right?
Brian. There is no curvature. There is no ball. There is no spin.
Did
That's
you
Brian's
notice
answer.
Brian Leake left and Brian Mabbitt came? I think it's the same person.
Yeah.
Those are
And
just
that may-
screenshots from the video.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool screenshot.
This
showing
is
the pad.
from the little screen in the back of the seat while you fly.
Oh yeah, yeah.
My question, people, is When do you think it will be enough? When will you decide you repeated this enough times for them not to pay attention to it?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, guys.
I mean,
Brian Leake, mic check if you're ready. I just want to hear if your microphone is working now. You left probably because of phone call.
I think I wanted to post another. I'm actually working on one other video, with Widget and him claiming about the jet streams. So I'm working on that too.
Brian Leake
Since they're
fighting
supposed
to
to-
find. Brian Leake is trying to find the mute button. That's what Brian is doing.
Since they're supposed to be like a 500-mile-an-hour jet stream, we'll see
Hey,
what
let me
happens.
get a mic. Hey, B-ball, shut up for a second. Let me get a mic check, man.
Yeah,
There you go.
we
There
hear
you
man.
are now.
We hear you.
Man,
What's up,
they updated my Discord, man. It's like nothing's working the same, so I just figuring it out before.
Different, yeah.
Yeah.
Audio
they actually,
chaos.
yeah, they did. They did. It is kind of weird.
I saw the camera that you turned on there for a minute. Trying to figure it out.
how can they update your apps on your phone?
Oh, it's disgusting.
Actually, man, I was trying to hook up to my computer, and one of my freaking kids took my microphone, man. So I couldn't even. It was pointless to unmute. But I
This one
was
doesn't sound too
watching for a
bad.
minute.
This one sounds okay. Whatever.
Hey,
sound you're
Jose,
using,
how far are you from? Do you know how far you are from Jacksonville, Florida?
Yeah, pretty far. I went over there a few months ago to visit my nephew. He is in Jacksonville over there, and it was like 6 hours, maybe. Pretty far.
That's cool. Do you know anybody named No, never mind. I'm not gonna play the name game. The world's too big for that.
Yeah. I mean, Gonzalez, last name Gonzalez. If not, I got only one family member, Gonzalez, and besides that one, that is my nephew, last name Gonzalez. I don't know anybody of Jacksonville. So
It's about 3 hours. 3 hours.
What about Tito? He's like about probably a little younger than us, man. Probably about 10 years younger than us, but he's thick and he plays ball. He plays like softball, but his last name's is Gonzalez, and he that's his nickname though. He's got a cousin named Eric. Man, like I said, it's a big world. It's a big world, man. The name game.
maybe their family,
there's
yeah,
probably-
family spreads
there's-
around, you know.
There's
Maybe
probably
as a
so
distant
many
cousin or something.
There's so many Gonzalez's, man. It's
Yeah, there's different families, you know, branches. But I mean, I know I got a lot of family in New York, in Manhattan, from the Gonzalez side. I got Gonzalez family in Ohio also, and in North Carolina, there's a few, and now my nephew is in Jacksonville. So people move around. Might be.
Man, I used to coach a softball team for some years, and I recruited this one boy, the guy I'm talking about, Tito, and he could hit the ball a country mile, dude. He could switch hit like further than anybody I knew could hit the ball, man.
Motherfuckers
And,
can
this
play
before
baseball,
he
bro.
couldn't even hardly speak He couldn't even hardly speak English, man. And he
can
brought his
play, bro.
cousin. He brought his cousin out there too, man. And we had a good team, man, like a real good team. And we was just short a couple players. We found them, and but then they found a team like a all Puerto Rican team. They was real good too, man. They moved up to like B League, which is basically like as high as it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wound up joining his people. And I was like, I didn't blame him and everything. But
There's some,
it was
some of the best baseball players from Puerto Rico, but Dominican Republic take the cake, which is like next to Puerto Rico, so it's in the air, you know, in the little island, so we can play ball. Bro.
yeah, you got that right.
Crazy stuff. Brian, we watched your video clip. I think it was yesterday, and you didn't show up about the map and the overlays in the maps and stuff like that. Trying to compare satellite pictures with another map. B-Ball
The
showed,
map. Wait, which video are you talking about? Map overlays.
your latest one.
one of the second latest ones, that the Himawari, that it doesn't match up whatever the map, the land masses that we see. You don't think that we can fit all the continents, and you try to match that round map, round planet. Take the Himawari picture, you try to compare it to a flat map, trying to see, where the continents will fit or not.
You sure that was my video? Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, Google Earth. Well, if you spin it, and you take what's on the edge of it to what you could see, you zoom out as far as it'll go, right? So you're assuming you're about in the freaking, at least in the Lagrange point, like the first one, and you like almost to the moon or something. And according to how small the Earth looks, and then you take one side like as far as you could possibly see, and then you rotate it over, thinking, I'm gonna see a little less than half. Like I'm gonna hit that point, and it'll be maybe not half. I'll give them that, but close to half of a globe from that distance. But then you do it for the third time, and you still don't fucking get back to home. Like I'm thinking, like, man, that's less than like 33% at a time. Like the sun is lighting up. I just made that video because the sun on I think it was like July 8th or July 12th or something was lighting up like 65%, or 65% in daylight. Over 60% could see the sun. And even with refraction, that's like, in Google Earth, you're only able to move it 3 times and still not quite get back to Australia. That was a little suspect, if nothing else. I wasn't trying to prove nothing.
I think they meant because most of the continents are on one side, and the other side is mostly water. That's why they said most of the Earth had sunlight on that day, if I'm not mistaken.
Brian, can you tell me why you playing with those nonsense? You have auto level. You can go and try to see if you get the drop or don't get the drop. It's very simple. Why you go and mess with the Himawari? Why you care about the Himawari now?
You think I haven't done that?
I'm sure you haven't.
How many times you think I've done that? Just guess.
I don't know. How many?
At least 50 times. Probably more like 80.
I don't know.
Did you see?
I don't know, Brian, because
that's why I made a video.
Examples of you doing.
That's why I made a video
of you doing this, though, Brian. We've never seen any examples.
Just to tell people, and I knew they wouldn't believe me, but that's why I made a video of when Jesse Kozlowski set up the auto level for Tim Osmond, and his crosshairs were underneath the Great Salt Lake, and he thought he was going to be like hit halfway up the mountains behind him. I forgot the name of the hills or mountains on the other side of the Great Salt Lake. But George Numchuck's questioned him. He's like, "Well, maybe you set it up wrong." And Tim's like, "No, Jesse. It was Jesse's level. He set it up." He's like, "Oh well, then I know he set it up right." Yeah, and his crosshairs were literally below the Great Salt Lake. If I said that, nobody believes me. But automatically, since Jesse set it up, everybody believes him. And it's like, how can I even talk to anybody when I've set this shit up and nobody even believes what I'm even saying? It's pointless.
Well, Brian, the reason is like we've seen his examples. We've seen what he's done. We haven't seen any of your examples. I mean, if you say you've done it, I mean, okay, but we haven't.
What are you talking about, dude? What have you seen that he's done?
I haven't seen any of your examples of your.
No, wait. What have you seen that he has done?
Oh, Jesse Kozlowski? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
the main surveyor.
In fact, I mean, out of the couple we've seen, one of them had the crosshairs beneath the water.
He has an entire page of him.
Hold on, guys,
he has an entire website with all his.
Let's all relax. It's really early. Let's try to understand each other. So we try not to talk. Let's try not to talk past each other. If somebody's breaking up, it must be you because you and me. Let's try to relax and keep it in the down low. Relax today, everybody.
Right. Jose, tell me if you hear lightning in the next 15 seconds.
All right.
Wait, I gotta drop. I can't. Someone's breaking it real bad.
Brian, Bev went out one day and took a great picture of a drop, People show drop every day took picture, and you can't go and measure drop, huh? Or no drop.
No
I can
lying.
show you the same thing right now, Chucky. I can show you the same thing. I can show you the
So
exact.
why
I
you
can
go
show you
to
the
Himawari now
Chucky,
when you have
let
a
me
drop?
finish, man. Let me finish. I can show you the same thing with my footage. Especially, I could show you when I was on a cruise, like passing like Cape Canaveral, going down south, and it was like, man, I could see like the top half of the NASA complex, and
You know,
especially on that day on the way back, I could see a lot more. But here's
I
why I
don't
don't show that. You've seen it, but
I
I mean,
don't care.
I
I
don't show the
didn't
other way.
ask you
Hold
Hold
on,
on,
to go
man.
and
My
Chai.
look.
point is,
Chai.
Brian,
my,
I didn't ask you to go
Chuck,
look at
let
the
me make my point.
horizon. I asked
Chai.
you to
Chai. He
break
was still
out your
making the
auto
point.
level.
He was making
It's
the
not
point,
making a
Chai.
point. It's diverting from the point.
It's
I'm
okay.
talking
It's
about
okay.
his
It's
auto
okay.
level.
I was listening to the diversion that he was doing. Whatever he was saying, he still wasn't done. So it's not fair. We are not here to interrupt and do that.
Sorry.
Let's
Yeah,
try
and
to.
I'll hear you out, Chucky. Look, I was almost done. I will hear you out, but my point is should I show you on my way back when I could see the whole damn building almost? Should I show you on my way there where I could only see half of it? Because everybody knows the shit varies, except for I guess in Hawaii, that special place in Hawaii where things don't vary. But even George Numchucks, like I said, he showed in his footage where his horizon was underneath his crosshairs. It varies, Chikey. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to take your auto level, not to go somewhere say, oh, here now I see it, now I don't see it, we don't know where you are, where you looking at, nothing. Take your auto level it, aim it at something, for example, that you know that is higher than you. Go a bit high, don't stay on the ground down, find the hill, do it from there. Find a building, a hill that's supposed to be above you. See if it is above you in the auto level or not. Don't bring vague ambiguous data. Bring something concrete.
Okay, instead of me, I'll just post the main surveyor's stat where he was up a few hundred meters doing the Alberuni test, and he added 7/6R, which is about an 18% correction, and he still come up 5% short. Chikey, if you don't know by now, shit moves around, bro. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
How much short? How much short?
About 4-5%.
4-5%.
Want me to post
Big
it?
deal.
Would you like me to post it?
Yeah. Did he have a drop at that distance?
No, you just said if I'm down by the. No, he was up at altitude, and you just said if I go up at altitude, shit's gonna be different. And I'm telling you right now, you see his results; they vary.
Very result. That's great. Did he have a drop anyway, or didn't he?
He almost made up. He almost accounted for the Earth's radius after 7/6R, but he was still short. My point is, after 12 days, each day varied. Chikey, why are you? I mean, are you just looking past this?
I don't care if it varies. You will tell me most of the days I see a drop, most of the days I don't see a drop. I don't care how much it varies.
What if it falls right in between a flat Earth and a globe Earth? Like on average, if you go in the evening, and what if you go in the evening time, like not in the middle of the day when he went, but if you go in the evening time and it shows predominantly flat? What if you go different times at different places? Bro, shit varies, bro. Why don't you acknowledge this? I don't get it.
I didn't say it doesn't vary. I said, does it vary that much that you don't see a drop at all?
Well, let me tell you what it doesn't do. Okay, it doesn't refract mathematically like 7/6R dictates. So in a black swan, 7/6R dictates that the horizon that is technically blocking the oil rig, okay, the oil rig stays where it's at. The horizon in front of it actually drops down, and then back way beyond the oil rig, it lifts up. So it has to refract with mathematical precision. Now that I have never seen, even Skunk Bay, shit moves up and down pretty much together. You see a little bit of variance, but
not the
for
horizon,
the most part, shit refracts up and down,
But
together.
not the horizon. Listen, I don't care how much it refracts. I only care if it drops. You see Bev's picture? It can refract up and down. It's not going to make for the 70 meters drop that there is there.
It's a function of distance, Chikey. On clear days, let me tell you what I seen. I'll make it quick. On clear days, my crosshairs would, if as long as there wasn't mirage, like most days, to be honest with you, we see an inferior mirage. And you can't see the horizon with your naked eye. Just so anybody
I
listening,
didn't ask you to look at the horizon.
I mean, you can't see it up. You can't see a mirage, an inferior mirage with your naked eye. You got to zoom in to see the inferior mirage. So you never.
Again,
Well,
going to the horizon, I didn't say look at the horizon. I said
That's not
find
true.
the building and see.
You're
if
very
it has-
impatient today, bro. Very impatient. I don't even know why.
But I see inferior when I go to when I used to go to do observations. I saw with my eyes as soon as I arrived. Like, damn it, there's so much inferior, so much mirage going on because I can see it with my eyes.
see it.
Yeah. No, you don't see the details,
listen,
but you
now
know,
I'm talking about
that
clear
there's
days.
mirage. You know. Yeah.
On clear days, to me, what I notice is the horizon is a function of distance. So on clear days, you cannot see whether on days where you can see a long way, then you can't hear two things. One thing, I'm just repeating that you can't really make out a mirage because the horizon is too far away. But on them same days when there's not a mirage, the crosshairs are right on the water because let's say that 10-foot gap or 6-foot gap between your instrument and the water over that distance is so small. So on a clear, the horizon's a function of distance. I don't think anybody would argue that. I don't think anymore. Maybe I don't
Well,
know.
Brian, what would help is if we saw some of these examples coming from you, like actual pictures or something. That would help.
Well, I can show my camera. I haven't downloaded anything for my camera. I can pull it out and like screen share and show you shit. But I mean,
Yeah, you should have those things. You should have those things readily available.
But I haven't recorded hardly just a few things to my auto level though. I mean, I just looked through that. How many times have you recorded through your auto level? Just a couple.
A few times,
right?
and you've seen all of them.
Yeah, just a few times. And you've only showed the time you've seen the same thing. Then you made a big video on me, like you did what I asked you to do to begin with. Like when I challenged you to go after sunset, you know, in the evening after sunset, you go when the sun's still in the sky, maybe not way high in the sky, but still in the sky, and say that it never changes here in Hawaii. Now, maybe you can never get out at night, but I challenge you for just one time, go after sunset, give it 30 minutes for the water to cool down from the sun beating on it.
That ain't gonna happen anymore, man. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that's right.
But Brian, but the question was, how much do you think it would change in 30 minutes after the sunset?
So,
hold on. Do you think the water temperature would have changed by 10 degrees in 30 minutes?
Man, who's in you?
No, but the top of it won't have all that evaporation, bro. It won't have all that evaporation. And just Skunk Bay, bro. Skunk Bay. I mean, are you just acting like shit doesn't move up and down? Look at Sly Sparkane's freaking test on the bridge. One of the videos I posted not long ago. Even at night, you see shit moving up and down, up and down, up and down.
In those locations, yes. We understand that. We know what happens in those locations, and there's a reason.
What location you think I'm talking about?
You said Skunk Bay, right?
No, this wasn't Skunk Bay. This is when he put his lights, I guess, like almost like 3/4 of a mile apart. He set up about 7 of them just to prove that they had drop. And all night long, dude, it went from concave to flat, concave to flat, concave to flat. And then right before the sun came up, or right when the sun came up, he got a little bit of drop, and he's like, here's a good one. I mean, I mocked it in the video, like, oh, that's a good one. Here, I'll find some Earth curve for you. Let me go through my time lapse. The fact of the matter is, you've seen concave, flat, and convex. That's just what we see, bro. So it's not worth arguing about, man. We need to pick a topic that's in contention, bro.
You have to go to a place where you don't get those wild refractive conditions. That's the point. It seems like that's what you guys want.
Everybody I've ever seen, we've buried shit. It's hard for me to trust you when you've only showed a few times. All right, I trust what you're showing me, but when you say it never changes, dude, everybody who's ever posted shit, which is a select few, but still on your side mostly, shit varies, bro. It varies. I mean, you're saying it never varies here. That's because it's hard to believe, bro. I don't get it.
Well, before I even had an auto level, I had been out there and filmed those same buildings many times, okay? And every single time, those buildings were always obstructed. So, and then the using the auto level was just a bonus. I mean, that that was just icing on the cake because it was still dropped. Every single time I went out there, the bottom of those buildings was obstructed, and there's an island that I couldn't see every single time. So, I mean, like I said, if you go to a place where the refracting conditions change that much, of course you're going to get those varying conditions. And it seems like that's what you guys want, is you want that little bit of wiggle room where you can say, ha, see, it changes, it goes up and down, and this is what we see all the time. But that doesn't happen everywhere. That only happens in those places where the
Even
weather.
in Hawaii, dude showed footage in between islands. I think it was Hawaii, where left to right there was no curvature. So if I backed up 10 miles from where you photographed, I could see you and that building directly across from each other, bro. It's only looking in perspective view straight out that we see drop, bro. We don't see it left to right over, especially in our range. We can see.
Yeah, you do, because I've shown that too.
Bro, what do you mean you've shown that? How about the train bridge, bro? It doesn't drop left to right. When we look at it from the side on, it does not drop down, period. I don't get it.
I mean, when you go to, have you been to Ponce Train Bridge?
What?
I mean, I know you've seen videos from people showing it from the side. Why not try and recreate what Soundly's done?
I might do that on my way to LIGO, man. It won't be long that I go there, hopefully.
Now go to all the locations where he was at, and then see if it curves.
But anyway, my plan is to go to LIGO, not even get on their property. I'm going to stay on the other side of the ditch. And even if it's grown up, I want to dig 3 spots. I could end all this, okay? If the survey is right and they hold to it, if all I need to do is bring a pivot laser, which I have one. I don't even need to bring my auto level, which I'll probably bring it anyway, but I'm going to bring a pivot laser and dig down till I hit water if I have to, okay, in one little spot where I can see the foundation of LIGO, the top of the foundation, and do that in the beginning, middle, and end. And if it matches the water, it's over for the globe, bro.
Brian, if you keep digging down, you think you can reach China? And how much will it take you to dig down the earth?
No, I'm saying if the ditch is like grown up, I might have to dig some of the grass away and stuff. But if you dig a hole, anywhere around here, Florida, Louisiana, it's the water table is gonna be just as level in the ground. It might take a minute to fill up and sit.
If you keep digging down, let's say you put a plumb, you got a long plumb, so you know exactly directly, like vertical, where to dig. If you keep digging down and down and down, will you exit through like China or something, like across the earth? Is that how the earth works?
Yeah, good question, man. I know when I was a kid, I thought, when I dug my first hole, I thought I was digging to China. I dug a pretty impressive hole, dude. Probably about head high. I was probably about 6 years old.
Damn.
I dug a hole about head high, and I thought I was going to go to China, and then as an adult thinking about it, though, you're like, man, like in the middle, there's going to be a point where I lose weight. I mean, am I going to come out feet first in China, head first? I mean, it's just ridiculous when you think about it.
You're going to reach a point that you're going to start.
Is a globe.
Yeah, you got to start shoveling up. You got to start digging up in the midpoint.
When you say it's over for the globe, when you do this LIGO thing, exactly what are you expecting to see?
Well, look, man, it might prove. I'll tell you what, man. I'm just telling you now, and everybody, if I get there and the slab matches the prints and the water is curving, I'll be fucking shocked, dude. I might switch.
But what, like, I'm just curious to think, like, what are you expecting to see? Like, I'm just trying to visualize what you're going to do in the test.
Realistically, what I'm expecting to see, I'm expecting to see the top of the foundation that the tube sits on. I'm expecting it to match the water perfectly. I'm pretty sure, in my opinion, that's why they dug the ditch to begin with, so they didn't have to worry about the sites, the markers or any of that shit. They get in the field. They give us a benchmark, okay, and we go from that benchmark, okay. Now, if it had to be fucking laser precise, then I would take one of the tractors on site and just dig a little ditch alongside it, dude. And I know for a fact it would be precisely flat, but that's on a flat Earth. If the water's curved and it matches the water, then it's game over for the globe. But if it does curve, though, then that's almost game over for flat Earth. That's going to be a tough one to explain.
But I mean, but honestly, there's been so many things that have been game over for flat Earth. But anyway, what about we'll go back to Lake Pontchartrain. What about those GPS coordinates that when they drove over the bridge with the GPS on his roof?
Oh my God, dude. So according to the satellites that are curving up above me, right? They're curving. According to the satellite, the one that's directly over my head, the one 10 miles to the right of it, let's just say, and 10 miles to the left are lower, okay, because they're curving. Okay, so according to them, the bridge is curving. But my whole point is, here's my whole point. If them indicators, okay, if them satellites, them beacons, whatever you want to call them, if they are level with each other, you can put it in as curving, okay? But if you have to tell them satellites where they are at, they have to be told. They don't know. They have to be told where they're at. And if you tell them they're curving from each other, then that's what's going to match the ground. So you're trying to use the model to prove the model, bro.
What I'm saying, Brian, if it were flat, then those all those dots on that picture that are overlaid onto the bridge, they would have been flat too.
Bro, you don't understand the model. If you didn't understand what I just said, I can't explain it to you.
Wouldn't they though? Wouldn't they be flat?
I can do that with my front yard, bro. I can map my front yard as a hemisphere, and I can model it out, bro. I'm in the middle of doing that. I just got to clear this lens up, and I'm going to map my front yard and do a hemisphere and show you that now when I make a measurement to try and prove that it's a hemisphere, the whole time it's flat, bro. If you don't understand the calculations, I can't help you, bro. It doesn't disprove a globe, but it doesn't prove a globe either. It's a model, bro. It's a model. It's geodetic.
Bibo, I hope you don't mind, but I want to bring this back to the Himawari. The Himawari satellite. Tell me what you think about it. What is in favor of the Himawari is a real thing, taking pictures of Earth every certain time, or what is not? We'll take it from there, and then Bibo, you can engage with him in this if you want to. What do you think, Brian, about the Himawari?
I talked to Blue Marble Science, and he gave one of the only responses I could get, and that's that it's the color data set, and they overlay it in a color data set. That's the only thing that the Himawari's website tells you. The Himawari website tells you that it's overlaid from the blue origins. Okay, the blue origins, no, not the blue marble. Yeah, the blue marble, but the Earth origins blue marble data set. Okay, so I had to go an extra mile with him. Most people just shut up. Forgot about it. I showed it on this channel, but I looked up the Earth origins, and it showed, and this is the same place Robert Simmons worked for. It shows that they come out with a new composite monthly, once a month. The Earth origins, where they overlay the Himawari shit on, produces a new composite. So I had to get specific. But I mean, anybody who's looking at it with common sense, showing that it's taking all the data and overlaying it on the blue marble. I mean, I've showed it on this channel. I don't get it.
What do you mean by data? So how is it that this data even matches the eclipses that we get? Because you can literally go
overlay on the blue marble, bro.
But you can literally see eclipses on Himawari as well.
Understand what I'm telling you, bro. Understand what I'm telling you.
No,
on their website, hold on, responding directly to what I'm saying, if you respond at all, they are admitting on their website, they don't even deny it, that all the data is overlaid onto the blue marble on the recent blue marble, and the blue marble comes out monthly. It's a monthly composite from Earth Origins, and it says it's downloaded. I mean, it's overlaid on the Earth Origins blue marble. Okay, what?
How does that make it incorrect?
I think I'm fudging it. Let me post it real quick, and I'll show y'all.
My question is, how does that make it? How does that somehow make it incorrect when they say they use the blue marble and overlay the data onto there? And then how is it that we can see the cloud cover, we can see things that happen on Earth, and we can watch them happen on Himawari. We can watch eclipses. We can watch the shadow of the moon move across the surface of the Earth on Himawari. We can see things explode on Himawari. We can see forest fires on Himawari.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
I would like to see the source of that information that says that Himawari uses the blue marble as a base image. Oh, I see. This is just a like email or something.
That's the GOES. That doesn't look like Himawari. All images in GOES archive are processed and okay. Using GOES channel 1 visible GOES. This is not from Himawari. This is from GOES. That's the other side of the Earth.
Himawari isn't NASA.
Yeah, it's not actually. It's not even NASA.
Right, now look that up. That's what I did. I looked up the GOES or whatever it is, and that's where Robert Simmons, that was his division. Okay, they make a new monthly. Let me find who's about to post it. If you just be patient, or they post. They create a new. Hold on. They create a new composite monthly. They create a new blue marble composite image monthly. This is their website admitting it. Just bear with me for 1 second.
What's that got to do with Himawari?
What are you talking about? What's it got to do to Himawari?
Himawari is not owned by the United States.
No, I'm telling you what Himawari says, and right what they say. I went to the next place to see what it is, and it come to find out it's the Ron Simmons fucking blue marble team.
How do you know that this website you're looking at? How do you know what you're even looking at?
It's the Himawari website, bro. Just look. I posted another one, and because I knew you were going to ask that, B-Ball. So I posted the link itself, okay, to the Himawari.gov shit. Just before you ask questions, look and see what I posted, would you?
I know.
I'm trying to post new shit. I got to stop to talk to you.
I know. I've looked at this stuff before, but how do you know what you're even looking at? What you're saying? How do you even know what you're saying is true? Maybe that's my question. Anybody could look at a website and look at some data and then make an assumption of what the data actually means.
It's the Himawari website, dude. This is Himawari's website.
Isn't it NOAA?
NOAA, right?
Yeah, NOAA. That's not Himawari.
No.
Yeah, GOES is the Geostationary Operational Environmental Satellite Program, and it is a joint effort between NASA and NOAA.
And they have nothing to do with Himawari.
No.
Now in this
just has to do with weather.
There a tab? Why is there in this little tab says Himawari in this little tab? What is it?
That's a difference.
Second moon. This is
it says Himawari
searches from you,
hoax.
like searches.
That was a search. Himawari hoax.
Yeah. Searches and stuff like right here. Yeah, searches Himawari.
Looks like you're looking to confirm your bias. Okay, yeah, you got to make a.
Are you suggesting that Brian misinterpreted something?
No, I didn't misinterpret it because I just went to the blue marble next generation. It says the next generation blue marble data set, color data set. So the next thing I did is I went to the next generation blue marble. That's where Ron Simmons is from. And read what I just posted. Okay, this is not some funky website. This is from It says
that the link to Himawari. This
no, it says that the next generation blue marble. It doesn't just read it, bro. Why am I having to answer?
Okay, this is about the next generation blue marble. This is about Robert Simmons. This is about the overlays. What does this have to do with the Himawari? Where is the connection?
It's composites, bro. It's overlaid over the composites.
But how are you connecting? How are you connecting all of these, the Robert Simmons and the NOAA and the NASA with the Himawari? Where's your connection? How are you connecting?
Where on the website does it mention Himawari?
It doesn't, bro. It says that it's coming where it comes from. It says, it comes from the Next Generation Blue Marble data set. So I went to Next Generation to see what that was, and it says the Next Generation is a monthly composite. It's updated monthly. It's a composite image of the Earth.
Brian, Himawari 8 and 9 are operated by the Meteorological Agency.
Next Generation offers you hear me? Next Generation offers a worth of monthly composite at a spatial. Hold on, I need to shrink this down to read it. But I was curious. I was like, maybe it is bullshit. So I looked in deeper, and then it verifies that it is composite images. It's laid over the blue marbles. All the blue marbles are composites. This is where the Himawari overlays their data, dude.
That's why you connected it to the Himawari without anything pointing to that connection. You just connected it in your brain.
And what's this monthly composite? A monthly thing. Himawari does many times per day, and you can get them nearly real time. I mean, very little delay. So when you're talking about monthly composite as opposed to Himawari real time, hell, I don't get it.
The connection is one thing with another.
49 images every 10 minutes.
And that was the little bit of an issue that we had with the ISS video that you did, just with the ISIS, because the word ISIS sounds like ISS and this God and everything together, but you connected this mythology with whatever the people and the stars and the ISIS God, you connected it with the ISS from out of nowhere, from pull it off your sleeve. That's the same thing you're doing with the Himawari. You're watching a certain set of data about the composites and about Robert Simmons, and you're connecting it to Himawari somehow, somewhere.
No, that was me with ISS, bro. That was me speculating, just throwing that out there. With the IRS. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it together live, Jose. Go to Himawari. Okay, and you'll get to that website. Okay, it's linked, and you'll get the NOAA. You'll get multiple different data sets. Okay, and it's overlaid. The Himawari is included on there. Okay, the Himawari. Okay, no. So
that's not how Himawari 8 works.
Put in Himawari then. Put it in and then put enter. Hit enter, bro.
What have I been posting in the Daily Boom?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
That's how Himawari works.
Oh, so it's been updated since then. You don't say.
Himawari 8 takes a photograph of the full disk of the Earth every 10 minutes.
Yeah, and look at where they get it. Look at what they do with it. Okay, let me tell you. Why is Next Generation? Why is NASA Next Generation? Hold on.
Let Brian finish.
Yeah. Why is NASA's fucking Next Generation team making monthly composites of the blue marble? If we get
has got
pictures,
nothing.
Hold on, farmers. Let him finish.
That was it. If we get pictures every 10 minutes, why are they still making composites? Farmers.
This is not NASA. This is the Japanese. This is nothing to do with NASA. How many times do we have to tell you this?
The Japanese.
It is. Himawari 8 is a Japanese satellite.
Yes.
Yeah, they invented it. They built it. They launched it.
Himawari stands for sunflower in Japanese. You know that?
Yay!
Yes, I know that.
It's got nothing to do with NASA or NOAA.
No, it didn't say that the Himawari. Okay, so the.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Okay, I'm gonna post one more thing, dude. Why are you defending shit that you obviously don't even know about?
Because you're fucking wrong.
What am I wrong about? What I posted? What's wrong about it?
There's no connection.
Himawari 8 doesn't use the blue marble. It doesn't use anything from NASA at all. It doesn't have to.
Okay, why does it match the weather simulations every time we look it up and look up the weather simulations which are predicted for the next 100 years? Why does the part over? Hold on. Why does the part over the ocean? Hold
Leave it
on.
on Farmer's
The
Boy. You guys are interrupting too much, man. I would hate
Right.
to do it, but I'm gonna feel forced to server mute Earth is Live and Farmer's Boy because you keep interrupting Brian Leake. Yeah, I know you guys disagree. I know you guys want to have the back and forth, but it's like really annoying. Like every other word, you guys are interrupting. You gotta just relax a little bit, man. Please.
And I want to give y'all time to respond too. I ain't trying to hog the mic. I want to hear what y'all have to say so I know what to respond to. But one quick thing, okay? Look at the dark side of Earth, okay? And look at the Himawari projections, and it matches. How do they know what they're seeing in the dark? But besides that, the simulations that are for the next 100 years, all the clouds and shit over the ocean, they just post the damn simulations. To pick any date and look at the weather out over the oceans, it matches the simulations exactly.
What simulations are you talking about?
What
Where are these simulations?
From NOAA.gov, the website I
Right.
posted.
What's the website?
That's where Himawari gets its weather
So if I-
data.
so if I-
Himawari
so
says
I-
that it gets it.
Wait.
I need to post one more thing for y'all. Sorry.
All right. So if I go to a date next year, fucking April 19th, I can see exactly what the clouds are gonna look like over a certain place in
Yeah,
Australia?
do it last year, B-Ball.
What, you mean from last year?
Yeah, pick any day. They don't even
Of course,
change it. It's right in
of
your
course,
face,
that-
bro. It's
Brian,
literally
of
right in
course.
your face.
100
course,
years
that
of clouds.
Of
Sorry.
course, they already filmed it last year. Of course, it's gonna match last year.
100 years of weather predictions.
No,
I
it's
think you
simulation software. Yeah, it's simulation
Looking-
software. Why would the simulations match real life? I mean, we
Maybe
would
it's
say,
that
okay,
good.
maybe it's close, but why is it identical?
Well, maybe
They
it's
can't
that good.
predict the weather.
Brian,
And
I think
And also, you can go to the Google, or you can go to the. I hear you, Chikey. Hold on.
fuck Brian.
You can go to the
Oh.
go back in time for fuck's sake.
Sorry.
Yeah, stop.
Yes, for fuck's sake.
You said something. That's it. I think you get it backwards. Himawari don't get its weather data. It is giving weather
Weather
data.
data.
Who's making the simulation,
100
Chike?
years.
I don't fucking care.
What simulations are you talking
And I'm
about?
sure you didn't check that it matched exactly what you see
Where are
in the
these
Himawari.
simulations you're talking about? Where are they? Where are
I
these weather
posted them.
simulations where they can
NOAA.gov.
they can predict weather patterns years in advance? Where,
Dude, is any of y'all ever researched personally? Type in Himawari on your computer and hit enter.
Yeah, I have it on my phone. I use it all the time.
Okay, now tell me all the links it has. It'll tell you all the shit it's linked to, all the different data sets. Name them off. If you're really there, you'll be able to name them off.
When I click Himawari, it takes me to a shot of the globe. That's what I see.
Don't go to but if you're going to the Himawari's website, don't go to Wikipedia. Go to the Himawari's website. It's going to tell you all
This is
the.
what I see, right? Hold on. I'm sorry.
Good times. Yeah, I want to shout out to everybody watching, 50 plus watching on YouTube land. Boom, like now. Share the show and give me money. I haven't got any money today, so anybody that want to break the streak today, you're welcome to do so. But most important, hit the like and pop in the YouTube chat box and have fun. Just have fun.
Yeah, y'all pitch in. I got to go for a minute, man. I'm coming back. But if y'all don't make Jose happy, I ain't coming back. Or if y'all do make him happy, I'm coming back. Whichever works.
Good, yeah. And jump in the voice chat in the Discord server. The link is in the description box. I'm gonna share a link over here for the YouTube live.
When I go to Himawari on my phone, because I have it saved on my homepage. When I click on it, this is what I see.
Yeah, mine's got all the land masses outlined, but yeah, last one on there was taken at 7 o'clock my time in the evening.
I don't see any predictions.
So why does it have all the land outlined there, bud?
Hey guys,
you can you can choose whether or not. I'm sorry.
We got the first super chat by Leo. Leo, there you go. There's the cows. I lowered the volume a little bit so it's less annoying. But Leo with a big $10 super chat. Hails to the yeah. Leo says the reason on why the clouds match is because there are satellites and the Earth is a sphere. Brian, quit shotgunning information, make one statement, and let people respond.
Okay, very good. So the simulation the satellites take pictures of what the clouds are going to look like tomorrow, Lale. Very good, brother. And you heard that the land masses are already outlined on the picture that they haven't even taken yet. The land masses are already outlined. And,
No, that's a picture
you can
that
change the
has
background too. You can change the background of the not taken yet Himawari pictures of the continent.
Hello, flash news, Brian. Flash news.
Brian,
The
do you-
land masses do not change.
Brian, yeah, do you know why the land masses are already outlined? It's a really simple question.
Because they're taking all the data that they say from NOAA, from the plankton people, from all the other people, and it's a fucking supercomputer, bro. What the
Because we
fuck?
already
They're
know-
admitting it. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, dude?
No, it's because we already know what the land where the land masses are.
Okay.
We already know what size the land masses are. We already know where they're at, so that's why they're already outlined.
They don't change.
And you can take them
Oh
off.
my god, dude.
We don't
The
know
more
what
you
what's
say dude, the dumber you sound.
well, we don't know what Australia looks like and how its coastlines.
Is Himawari an
Come on, man.
8? Is Himawari an 8? That's my question.
No, there's two of them, Himawari 8
No,
and
it's-
9.
It's a definite 10.
I think Himawari should be a 10, man, because it's working smoothly.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it was the 8th in the series, so it got called number 8. It's
Oh,
a shame. If it
man.
should have been a 10. But
So why
the
did
images
they
changed.
say?
Cool.
I got one question. Why did they say that they're overlaying their data on the NASA Next Generation Blue
They
Marble
don't.
data set? Why?
We haven't seen
Really?
that yet.
They don't say what I just posted.
Himawari
Their
don't say
website
that
saying
because
they
they
said.
don't do that. We're talking
So
about
why
Himawari
did-
8, remember?
Either one, bro. Even the Epic, I put
No,
in
we're
another
not
video.
talking about
Hold
Epic
on.
either.
Hold on,
Bullshit,
Thomas.
bullshit, because it all involves pictures from
Let him-
space.
let him
Dude,
say what he's
I went through this with the other Globers, okay, staunch anti-flat earthers, where the Epic and the Himawari, okay, they're about 1 million miles apart, almost 3/4 million miles, and they took an exact same picture of the Earth. They didn't think we'd notice this a while back, but and one, the Earth the Moon is right in the way of the Earth, a part of the Earth. Okay, the other one has the same exact angle, the same size, the same everything, but no moon, no Himawari in it to show that they're all composites. It's proof, dude.
No.
Yeah, just
So
no. I
Himawari
know. I did all this research for you just to
Brian,
say
hold
no.
on.
I know.
Oh,
Brian, how come I can go outside and see the same exact clouds that are shown on these composites?
I found a citation.
I told you, go out. You got to go out to sea. They use it for places where our satellites or NOAA shit ain't covering, like the dark side of the Earth, and but mainly out over the oceans. Look over the oceans, bro, where we don't have radar.
I found a citation.
Mind if
I'm
I
sharing
ask
my
you a
screen. I'm sharing my screen with the citation. It says the Himawari uses the blue marble data. There's the citation.
you're
Thank
citing
you.
yourself.
Bob,
Brian,
go
you mind
ahead.
if I ask you a question? Brian, you mind if I ask you a quick question? Can you hear me?
I need a minute, bro. Give me a minute. Stick around.
Give him a minute. For the
I'm just wondering
record,
why Brian is making all these assertions. Everybody asks him the same question. Can you show me where this link takes place? And then Brian says it's there and gets on with his life. Why
Himawari 8 uses no data from NASA. It doesn't use the blue marble. It uses none of that, and it produces images of the Earth every 10 minutes. And it doesn't predict, it just records what's there. That's why they knew about those dirty great big fires in Australia, because it showed up on their photos.
Brian, you ready for the one question that'll destroy your entire... You ready for your one question?
He's not there.
Oh, for fuck's
He's
sake.
dropped.
I think what Brian's problem is he's going like to NOAA, an organization that compiles all the evidence of Himawari, Epic, and all the other ones, puts them together. And he's trying to combine it that way, saying that they have this base underlay for Himawari.
It's a shame he
And
didn't
that
do
is true.
decent
There's a
research.
one-stop source that houses and data warehouses all this shit. But it's from the individual sources like Himawari.
56 souls watching us. Hell yeah,
Hey.
man. 56 is good. Thank you guys for being here. Waiting. Hopefully, Brian Leake will rejoin back. If not, maybe you watching is the one person that is going to click and join in the Discord and give us a little bit of a fight if you think you got fight on.
Oh, the land masses look better outlined in red. They look better than yellow. But yes, Brian's got it completely wrong about Himawari 8. Absolutely everything he said was wrong.
Huh. I mean, there was no citation. He didn't post a citation directly saying that the Himawari used the data from the Blue Marble Science.
No.
He say
No,
in the
it
Himawari webpage, he say there's a hyperlink or something that you click in it and it takes you somewhere. But I don't know exactly. I mean, I don't know.
And to say that the photos from Epic sometimes show the moon, well, yes, it would do because it's out past the moon. Himawari 8 isn't.
No, it's not.
So that's why you won't see the moon between Himawari 8 and the Earth, because it's Himawari 8 is between the Earth and the moon.
There's a good video from Wade's Underworld.
We made a 60 watching for a split second. We in 59. That's great, man. Wade's Wonder War. Who is that and what video? Who's
He used to make a lot of videos. I think he's
Himawari
kind of taken a break
8,
for a while,
the jewel in
but
the
he used
crown.
to do a lot of Himawari stuff.
Oh yeah.
Comparing the actual what's on Himawari with what's actually. He would go outside and see those same cloud cover.
Yeah, I think he's doing slightly less these days, isn't he?
Yeah.
He was putting a lot of stuff out at one point.
Well, except for the most diehard morons, everybody gives up eventually.
But did he actually say how do they know the outlines of the continent?
Yeah, he did.
Yes, photographing at night.
He did.
Before they took the picture, he did say that.
Wonder how stupid he thinks satellite technology is.
Not
I
entirely.
don't know if he said-
He recognises it as something that's real. But...
I don't know if you say how, you said why, maybe. It's there. The continents are there.
Yeah.
They don't move.
We know what they are.
Can't
We've
even
mapped.
see them through the clouds.
We've mapped them on the sphere, so you can quite easily project them, overlay them over the top of what Himawari 8's doing. Oh, that's what they do, because, of course, the images that Himawari 8's taken don't move.
Actually, it's probably the opposite. You overlay the landmass and then you overlay what you get from the Himawari on it.
Well, whatever, whichever way around.
The order doesn't matter. They know the coordinate position and orientation of the satellite is known. Takes a picture of the Earth. The two just come together. It's like a geotiff.
But why would they lie and put those lines on the map?
Well, you can turn them off.
Why would they do such a bad job of? Why would they do such a bad job of lying that even Leake can spot the
Yeah,
problem?
you can turn them off. You can change your color.
It's not even. It's only Leake you can spot the problem.
I'm away from the keyboard for like 2 or 3 minutes. I'll be back. You guys got the floor.
No worries.
I'm
I'm
not
just sharing that video in the background as you speak.
I'm not discussing with Leake anything above 3 miles up.
But I'm pretty confident that what he's doing is he's going to one of the data warehouses.
Yeah, that's a good one. Thanks, Glover Mom. That's a good one.
Data warehouses and looking and deciding what Himawari has based on that data warehouse. He's reversing it.
He has out of a level. He can go up a hill and make an observation. He needs to go to LIGO and dig there in why does he think he will reach water? Because LIGO is not at sea level. It's not low. It's high in the mountains. He won't find water there.
There's a trench that runs.
There's water in the trenches, yes. But why would he find them away from the trenches?
They would perk over there eventually, probably.
Brian, post a link to the website. Don't just post a screenshot, man. That way we can all check it out.
Yeah, he posts a screenshot and calls it a link. What level of research does he do?
Oh, one of the foundational data sets now available through this collaboration is Himawari 8. Oh, so they're actually getting data from Himawari 8.
Yeah.
not the other way round as Brian was saying.
And the fact that they share data, yeah, they share data. How does that make it? How does that make it all just like fake? I still don't understand.
No, I don't.
Yeah, NOAA combines all the information from all the different services around the world to make predictions and climate evaluations.
Yeah, because Epic never takes a picture of the night side, so other satellites do. There you go.
Yeah, obviously Himawari 8 only ever take pictures of one side because that's where it sits.
So 20,000 miles away. Yeah, I don't know why he won't post a link.
Because he doesn't know how to. All his web research is he sees something and hits print screen, and that's the end of it.
Click on the little address bar.
I doubt he remember where he saw it. He saw something. He saw something else. He confused between the two, and then he come with them as facts, but he don't have the facts.
Is he gonna come back or what?
Well, he said he was, but
I want to hear. I want to hear Brian's question. I wanted to hear Bob's question.
well, if he comes back, he comes back. If he don't, he don't.
What is today's claim?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, Bob.
If you missed it, it was Rich.
I don't know if I'm going to hang out long enough for him to come back because I'm getting close to work. But here's my question. What is a composite image composed of?
Aha, good question.
And is there a difference between a composite image and a computer-generated image?
That's a good question. Because I can take 20 images of my foot and put them all together. Doesn't mean my foot's fake.
Composite. Yep. For color print and newspapers, for color photographs, is a composite. Now, a painting is the equivalent of a computer-generated image. But he's not calling it a computer-generated image. He's calling it a composite image. So what is it a composite of? That was my question.
That's a good question. We'll ask him when he comes back. I think you have to go.
Thanks, man.
You know,
yeah, I think you gotta go to the front. Go to the front desk. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
I think Leakey will have a new brain fart when you point out why Himawari never has the image of the moon.
Yeah.
So every image taken is usually the cameras has 2 green pixels, 1 red and 1 blue, and then when you see it on the computer, it's just green, red, and blue. So every image you see is a composite because it's composed of one red, 2 green, 1 blue.
Yeah, using a filter wheel and stacking, that's not really, like making a mosaic. That's taking 3 monochromatics with different pass filters.
Actually, you can see the moon in Himawari. There was I can't remember. I'm gonna find out which date it was, but if there's one video where you can actually see the moon up in the top corner of the video. It's behind it's behind the Earth, but it pops out just for a second, and there's an actual you can see the moon.
Yeah, but I'm sure what he's talking about is where the moon was seen crossing the disk of Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you saw that on Himawari 8, then hey.
We're in a world of shit if you ever see that on Himawari.
Yeah. Basically, Blue, it goes like this. Brian thinks that Himawari 8 is using the blue marble that Matey Boy did in 2012 or whatever. He thinks he's using it's using the blue marble for overlays, and it's using NASA data in conjunction with NOAA. And my voice has gone hoarse from trying to explain to him that Himawari 8 has absolutely no links to NASA whatsoever. And it takes live pictures every 10 minutes.
And in their text, where they say real-time, full disk images.
Correct.
So, yeah, he can't read.
That's another lie, though. It's not full disk. It's only like 44% or something.
Well, that's all you can see, then that's the full.
Here it is. You should find it. Yeah.
So usually we store a video in RGB 24 format or some kind of data. Is one green, one blue, and one red. So immediately when you take an image, you need to convert it somehow to the way we see it on the screen, which is RGB. Composite.
Sorry, do I have a lot of background noise?
Check. I'm gonna take over the microphone. There was a little silence for a minute. I just got back and I saw that a super chat pop up. Hell yeah! We got Leal with another $10 super chat. Thank you, Leal. I appreciate that, brother. Hell yeah, man. He came through with two big $10. Leal says, Brian is not here. I'm gonna copy and paste the comment, but I still read it. Brian, because many people drive across many countries, we have valid evidence of the minimum circumference of the Earth to be roughly 20,000 miles, which is 5,000 miles of the true circumference. Thank you very much, Leo. Appreciate that. Whenever Brian get back, we'll see what he got to comment about it. Boom. Go ahead, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know where you were. I missed the past few minutes.
I don't know if I agree with that statement.
I don't know if I do either.
With Leo's statement?
Yeah. There's at least 8,000 miles missing. That's how big the Pacific and Atlantic are.
Leo, they're on to you, Leo. Well, Brian, haven't come back yet?
Nope.
I don't know, but Lale should expand is not just driving across countries, but we also have container ships making those measurements, picking up those last 5,000 miles.
Yeah, but we don't know how fast the currents are. Those currents could be moving 5,000 miles an hour.
He did say roughly, not exactly, not precisely.
Yeah, I would just like to see the math on that one, though. Like I said, I've substantially less land as far as I'm concerned.
The math seems to check out, man. Will Ferrell told me that the math seems to check out. I mean, I don't have to disbelieve Will. He's aces. It's a legend.
Maybe if you go around the North Pole, like from South America to Africa.
Can someone ask Brian that if the Himawari satellites are compositing real photos of the flat Earth onto a CGI globe, where are these photos coming from? What's taking them? Shout out to Mandevil. That's a good question. Because they might be real photographs of the Earth, whatever shape it is. Where do they come from, these photographs? There's a spatial distortion that you got to add to this camera so we get the curvature of the Earth.
Seems to be discarding the part of the data that matters in preference for the drapes hanging on the wall in the background.
Well, Blue, I heard people like Taboo Conspiracy say because he found another video of the ISS astronauts, a little bit of a glitch of a artifact, camera and distortion artifacts that the camera creates sometimes in the ISS. Therefore, everything is fake related to the ISS because he found a little artifact. How about that?
Yeah. That's how they think. All they got to do is find one technical glitch. And then there you go. Point proven. It's all got to be fake.
All got to be fake, including people that sees it with their own eyes.
Oh, yeah.
I guess. I mean, that's the big jump. That's what I get the disconnection. If he would, you know what? I will respect more if they get to go to the conclusion when they see an artifact. They say, "Do you see? There you go. They're faking it." So the conclusion wouldn't be what they say, that everything is fake, the ISS is fake, it doesn't exist, there's nothing. No, I will say the conclusion is that probably, I mean, me being a flat earther, these people are not even in the space station. They are in some kind of a studio. They're just glitching out. But I don't. How dare I saying that the ISS is fake when people see it? Like people with cameras and their bird eyes, they see it. How am I going to say that's fake? Really? Yeah, if I was an asshole, I'd go like, yeah, there's no astronauts. It's nothing. It's just whatever, a remote control thing, whatever. Solar power. I can make any shit up of what the ISS could be. But can I say it's fake? No, I can't. I mean, nobody can say it's fake. He who say it's fake, they are, I mean, just delusionals.
Yeah, they are.
Sorry for the long rant. And I'm giving it a little bit of a rope because by saying you could arrive to the conclusion that they are not in the ISS. The video they show is not in the ISS. They could be in some kind of a studio, and therefore the glitch or whatever. I even gave him that, but still, don't you dare saying that the ISS is fake. I mean, then what the fuck is that going up? Fucking Egyptian god, really? I mean, shout out to Brian Leake. He attempted.
I talk to these everyday citizen amateur radio operators that right now are, maybe not right this instant, but are frequently talking to an astronaut on the ISS. And they can track the source of that signal across the sky as they talk to him. All you need is a directional antenna. Pardon me?
Maybe it's a really fast balloon with a repeater station on it.
Well, I don't know that I have the energy to argue with that level of technical dipshittery anymore.
So you're saying you give up? The Earth is flat. Welcome to a flat Earth.
No, I'm saying you're full of shit, Moyak, is what I'm saying.
Welcome to flat Earth, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I seen Blue lately not taking too much time in the technical stuff, but he comments on the actual, the overall topic. If he thinks somebody's really full of shit or just halfway full of shit, I appreciate that.
It's just too tiring, for God's sakes.
When you tell them, you try to technically tell them, where they're wrong, and try to have a cool, full conversation, you never arrive to any conclusion. They're just gonna, jump into some kind of a meme or some bullshit. It's a waste of time sometimes. I mean, all the time it's a waste. Now, when you do your videos, then you can get technical and you have fun doing it, and you can do your thing. And he who want to watch it, watch it. At least you won't be interrupted by an asshole in real time conversation. Where whatever you say doesn't matter to them.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Some people want to go too technical and interrupt the guys. Just have fun and get fun conversation. You're not gonna get nowhere. These assholes. I mean, if they say like, "Hey, explain it to me," and if they actually give you the time to explain and they engage in a normal conversation, yeah, you can just go on and on. But if you try to start speaking and they are assholes interrupting or just switching the subject and bullshit, don't mind. It's pointless.
Well, that's a fact, Jose. It doesn't make any difference what you say to Gary Wybinga. He's just going to insult you and tell you that you don't know what you're talking about. That's all he's going to do.
Sounds about right.
You can't explain a thing to him.
Why try?
Yeah, exactly, Shake. Why try? Why waste the time? There's no point in getting frustrated with it. Hell.
That's why I ask him ridiculous, silly jokes, silly things that makes no sense, because they will engage with you the same way as if you're asking a serious question. It's a joke to them. So I'll just ask him the joke of the gate. Like to Brian earlier, I wanted to know about digging down to China. It's kind of a joke bullshit. He entertained it. That's good. I appreciate that. He said when he was a kid, he dug a hole trying to get to China, and he made it like almost neck deep. That's a strong kid. Now, because he's an adult, he got to dig like 5 times deeper than that to get to China. Boom. That's the topics that we should talk about around here.
Who said that? Leaky?
Leaky, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For real. I'm not kidding. Earlier today,
He got an early start. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Look, yeah.
Good times.
I'm not sure on my dumbest day I ever thought I could dig a hole all the way to China.
No, I was a kid.
Huh?
He was a kid.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. At least when he was a kid, he knew the Earth was a globe. Sounds
yeah. At least he thought there was a shot at it, right?
Yeah.
That's an improvement. Well, I can see that happening, though. Brian grew up, I guess, in Florida, probably. It's not hard to dig a hole in Florida. Hell,
yeah,
big sand pile.
Yeah, sandy and yep.
Let's see how easy it is at Liga.
Pretty sandy there, too, actually.
Yeah, but would he hit any water? That's the question. How deep he needs to go.
Oh, in Louisiana, I doubt it. You're 60 feet above mean sea level there. Water table's down 10 or 15 feet, probably.
Now, once you break, in Florida, because depend on the terrain that they throw in the big piece of land, they throw whatever, how many rocks and all that kind of bullshit. It's a tough one to dig for the first feet, 2 or 3 feet, for the first 2 or 3 feet sometimes. But once you hit the 2.5, 3 feet, digging a hole, bro, is smooth, man.
Yeah.
You can use your fingers to dig down. Yep.
Why would you do that?
Just to go to China for free. Now you need some big goggles, sunglasses, big glasses, protection, because you be digging down. When you reach half of the earth, it's gonna flip you up. So you'll be digging up like up to the ceiling, so you can exit to China. Because you first start digging down, but when you reach the center, you're gonna whoop and then hit the ceiling. So you gotta grab onto one side and dig with one hand, and then keep just climbing up and digging. That will exit you to China. Thank you.
What you gotta do is you gotta dig down in the ocean. That way, if you have the water cool it down, it'll make a tunnel out of the frozen rock. Once you get into the core or into the mantle and stuff.
Whatever you say, Mojok, I got half of it.
But if you start digging up, and all that earth and soil is just going to fall on top of you, like it's.
That's why you need the protection glass, the protection goggles. There you go. See, they come in handy.
They're not Googles, they're goggles, damn it.
Goggles, yeah.
Jesus Christ, Moyak. Calm down.
He felt offended with that one. Yeah, that offended him.
Google's gone.
I just found it.
Sign. What the hell? Didn't you ever watch Hello Lucy growing up? For God's sakes! If you listen to Ricky Ricardo, you got no problem listening to Jose.
I was yelling at him too.
Man, oh man!
I'm not down on you, Jose. I'm with you, buddy.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
I just found a good new cool link. The Russian weather satellite. I put a link up there.
Yeah, they got one too.
Yeah, Electro. I had never heard of it, and yeah, they got 121 megapixel photos of Earth going to be taken down. Now, you tell me that Russia and NOAA are collaborating.
Oh, go to the NOAA site and see if there's an Electro link.
I think I posted images from that satellite on the Daily Boom Chat some months ago. They're fantastic, by the way.
That website's not loading, Larry.
Yeah, website just.
It came up really slow, but it came up really slow, but I was successful.
Yeah, I tried for like 15 seconds.
I think Russia's internet might be running a little off.
DR Curious Tube, you there? Want to say hello? Want to talk? Dr. Curious. Okay. Loaded for Skydog. Yeah, it didn't load for me. Did it load?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it to load finally.
Oh, just reopened it. They are all in it. They are all in on it. Blue.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah, with all this talk of Himawari and Epic, I'd never heard of the Russian one. I figured they had something, but I didn't know it would be in English and still available.
Oh, it sits over the Atlantic.
Yes.
I bet their weather looks the same as Himawari's.
Mostly at Africa.
Yeah, you've got all of Africa, fair swathe of Europe,
Good bit of South America,
yeah,
Spain, Mediterranean. Not much of Russia. What the hell's wrong with Russia? What did they put this piece of shit up for?
It's the weather, they tell you, huh? No,
Well, I guess the problem is
Well, they're only
It's in
spying
it-
on the
it's-
Atlantic.
Well,
There are
it's
far
in
more
a
important parts of the
low.
Atlantic to spy on.
Well, it's at a low inclination.
Can see you, Shaq.
Nah, I'm a bit at an angle.
Oh, you're
See
kind
how
of
good
laying
I
down.
can? Britain, maybe.
Somebody thought I was talking about the Google lens, like the actual Google glasses. No, man. No, Nestle, but that's cool. I
Why
like
would they
one.
put satellite there?
What big eyes you have.
Oh, you're on about the Jujanta 200s, the superchromatic peril-sensitive sunglasses.
I don't
It's
know.
too many words. Look at this one with the moon in it. Is this a legit image? It's cool. Oh, we got a moving one. There you go. We got a moving image.
What are you looking at?
Oh, yeah.
But the images they have there, the image is not the front page. Totally different.
Yeah. Brian is back. I got a comment. I don't know if you can talk. It was a super chat point by Leo. I just want you to hear because he gave me $10, man. He's supporting big time. Leo say, Brian, just because many people drive across many countries, we have valid evidence of the minimum circumference of the Earth to be roughly 20,000 miles, which is 5,000 miles of the true circumference. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll tell Leo that all of the vertical datums don't cross water. They don't even cross a lake. It's all calculations. You know, we don't measure it. If you want to say that we're curving when we do planar surveying to get elevation data, that we don't realize we're changing angles, but we are. Okay, I got no way of proving that. But when we do planar surveying, we can give you accurate elevation data in any location. You want to add in the geodetic considerations or curvature corrections, you can calculate for a globe, and then the measurements will match that calculation you made for a globe. It works either way.
Actually, I'd like to see you survey 200 by 200 grid on Earth and just use flat assumptions to get everything to line up.
Oh, don't
For some reason, nobody understands this. So I'm doing a video. My next video, it's going to be probably about a week and a half or so. Is going to be how I made my front yard a hemisphere, and how the measurements will match that hemisphere. And I don't know why I'm having to go into such hyper detail to show that the considerations, the geodetic considerations or calculations, okay, if I apply them to my front yard, I will make it a hemisphere, and then the measurements will match. I don't understand why nobody understands this, so I'm going to make a video and be hyper specific about it. It's ridiculous. I got to do this though.
Right.
Well, I did the same thing over 600 square miles of the Shenandoah Valley. You're fucked.
Bro, you said a warehouse that's like a mile and a mile and a half is lower on one end than the other.
No, I said that this 1,800-foot long warehouse had a constant elevation, which was clearly seen as its very tiny little arc.
Brian, do you think you can measure, say, Mount Rainier? Not something big, just Mount Rainier, its length, width, and height, doing plane surveying?
And keep in mind, in all the textbooks, they talk about plane surveying over limited areas is just for the north and east coordinate. They state specifically that elevations by vertical angle, when you're using vertical angle for elevations, is done the same regardless.
Don't matter, dude. If you tell me I'm changing angles, that's you assuming I'm changing angles, but I'm going to get the same readings. Let me give you an example. If I do 10 miles of canal, I measure it flat, and I add curvature corrections, or I click the switch on the total station, okay, and it's going to map it out as curving. So if you go to check it, if I added them considerations, then it's going to show a flat line as curving. I'm not saying it proves a flat Earth, but what I am saying is it doesn't prove a globe either. I mean, if that's how we map it, I mean, of all people, you should understand this. If I'm mapping it, go ahead.
What total station have you been using?
None, dude. I don't have a total
That's
station. I'm making a point. So everything I just said, of all people who understand that adding curvature corrections, okay, don't prove a flat Earth just because you had to add them corrections to the planar data, but it doesn't prove a globe either. I mean, of everybody who understands this, it should be you, Larry.
Yeah, I know. And I'm just telling you what the concepts you just expressed are bullocks. I have both total station and complete analog. They both get the same angles, and the calculations are the same. And if I in my examples where I'm using 15, 20, 24, 17, 12, 10, 7, 4, 2, 1 miles to a single point, if you ignore curvature, you get 25 different unique elevations of that single point. You apply curvature, and you get plus or minus a foot.
Guess
so
how they
I can't have.
Guess how they get do a worldwide datum? How do they join different bodies that across bodies of water? How do they different islands and continents? How do they join them, Larry?
Prior to satellite work, they had individual datums for like the Hawaiian Islands and an individual datum for.
They still do. I'm asking how they join them.
Satellite technology brought that together.
How do they join them? How did they join them then? Satellite data says it's
measurement. By satellite measurement called GPS.
Before that, how did they join them?
Before that, they didn't.
Okay, so how did they give a vertical datum for and put Puerto Rico on a map with America before satellites? Don't say they didn't. Don't say they didn't have a datum for the Hawaiian Islands, bro. They did before satellites. Right. Full of shit, dude. You don't know what you're talking about.
No, just what you said earlier, right? The Hawaiian Islands, they had their own tide gauges, and they set up the datum for Hawaii, and they had datums for the west coast of California, and they were known to be different, but they had almost extreme difficulty in determining that slight difference. So then when satellites, now they all come together.
Of course they had difficulty. I'm talking about the islands just between each other. I'm talking about just the Hawaiian Islands because they don't survey over water. It's all, let me put it this way, okay? Without R, how are they doing a geodetic vertical datum, period, without R? Can they do it without R?
Because you got R.
No,
we know
R is, the radius is so well fucking known and easily measured prior to satellite without even difficulty.
Okay, so if I go to lay out something level and I do differentials like every 50 foot or 100 foot if I want to stretch it, and I go if I'm doing like curve and I go a half mile, or let's say I go 2 miles of curve, and I'm just given like minimal curvage, slope. Okay, how come there's no earth curve in that? They, even what you're saying, they say if it's a project less than 250 miles, then there's no curve considerations taken into account. Why have they narrowed that down any lately, or what?
Who said that?
Did you not hear what I said earlier? Where in planar surveying over limited areas, that planar calculation is just for the XY component. Elevations, when determined by vertical angle, are highly geoid dependent. And when you use conventional levels, with balanced sites, you are carrying that radius with you.
That's my whole point, is making these big maps. They're taking all the local. Where do you think the elevation data comes from? You think there's just geodesics? I mean, they're taking all these local surveys and making a big giant data set out of them. Okay, it ain't like this is all planar surveying. Y'all are saying that the planar surveying matches the geodesic. Yeah, of course. If you add in curvature corrections, then of course it matches. Why are you having trouble admitting this? That's how they do it.
There was that 100-year project where they ran conventional levels and rods across the entire fucking country, and local areas not use those benchmarks.
Right, but they didn't do every spot across the country. They did one spot across the country and did one trail. It ain't like they trailed every spot, every freaking 10 miles they went across the country. They traveled across the country.
No.
But you're making it sound like that.
They laid over 250,000 benchmarks. Not one spot, 250,000. They went through every town of economic importance and along every railroad, along every fucking water course. Yeah,
right, which is a small part of our country. But did they add curvature considerations?
No.
What is it? Hold on. What is a concern? Wait. What's a curvature consideration?
Coast. What do you mean coast to coast? Over 100-year project, laying 250,000 benchmarks.
It wasn't that long. It wasn't 100 years. Look, what's a curvature correction, Larry?
Fuck you.
Larry, what's a curvature correction?
You guys need to agree, you guys need to sort out, agree or disagree. Is it a big span? Is it a big segment, or if it's just barely nothing, like Brian said? You guys got to agree with that.
Yeah, they might have kept adding on for 100 years, but I'm saying to go across the country, it doesn't take 100 years. But I'm just saying, for all the railroads, you go up as high as they say that them satellites are, you won't even see a railroad. So you got a whole country and these couple of railroads you can't even see. But my point is, what's a curvature correction, Larry?
For what method? Are you using sticks and regular levels and stops? Or using vertical?
What's the curvature consideration?
That would be the A and B, semi-major and semi-minor radii of the ellipsoid.
What's it correcting, Larry?
Is dealing with the shape of the Earth.
No, I'm asking, what's it correcting? It's a curvature correction. What is it correcting, Larry? Since you want to be so stubborn.
Okay. Maybe the word correction is a little bit misleading because it's an included part of the calculation. It is part of it. It's not a correction. It's an inclusion.
What happens if you exclude it? Larry?
Don't want to be honest. Don't want to be honest with the audience.
Nothing
or what?
nothing dishonest about the conversation. Nothing dishonest about the conversation. We're just having.
We can all look up what curvature corrections
Let me try.
are.
Let me
But
try
he
it
won't.
another way. If you don't include them, you fuck up your elevations.
So when I'm shooting and I'm getting level on 10 miles of flat and level canal, if I don't add curvature corrections, it's going to fuck it up, right?
No, if you're using a level and leveling rods and balanced sites, you are compensating for the curvature as you go along. I specifically said when using vertical angles for elevation determination when necessary, like radio towers, mountain ridges, yes, vertical angles, and triangulation, yes, vertical angles, curvature inclusion is part of it without hesitation. And in regular levels with a level instrument and rods and a very strict procedure, you are dealing with curvature with every measurement.
So what is a curvature correction?
For using rods
You've had
and levels,
time to look it up.
is part of it without hesitation. And in regular levels with where using a level and rods.
That's a question, Brian.
If you're using a level instrument and rods and the very strict procedure, the curvature correction is none. If you're using vertical angle, the curvature correction is unavoidable.
I'm asking you, what are curvature corrections, period?
The inclusion of the shape and radius of the Earth in a vertical angle computation, the fact because vertical lines, plumb lines, are not parallel.
So taking the planar, local, everywhere, every city, the local in every state, all the elevation data, and adding curvature corrections, the radius, okay? There's different vertical datums, okay? They say the most accurate one isn't even the one they're using like on Google Earth, but the worldwide, it's like the North American, okay? And some of them have rivers running uphill. They don't all match, okay? But when you apply curvature corrections, okay, to every local area in curvature considerations, you're going to wind up with different datums depending on how much you add, how far you venture out, okay, how many bodies of water you cross, okay? It's adding corrections, it's adding R to local elevation data, accurate local data.
Boom.
I got nothing for that. I mean, he speaks a bunch of gibberish. Okay, my 30 years in the industry, I can tell you how it all works, but then you want to tell me I'm wrong. So knock yourself the fuck out.
I'm not telling you you're wrong. You're doing spots.
I just heard.
You're not doing 100 foot at a time, Larry. You're not doing elevation data on a local level. You're doing it over hard to reach places. You're doing state lines. You're doing borders. You're doing, I'm talking about vertical datums, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you're going to use NGV29, you access the data sheets for the benchmarks that are hopefully not too far away from your project. But they spent 100 fucking years running levels from coast to coast.
A 100 years fucking. Damn.
In your little 26-mile observation, don't you get a 155 foot or 155 meter error if you don't include curvature?
When using vertical angle...
Larry will disagree.
That question was to Larry.
Damn. Hello, Larry. Hello, Larry.
Well, Brian, what do you think about that? Larry takes a 26-mile measurement to a radio tower, and without curvature taken into account, he gets a totally different elevation for that radio tower. I think it was 155 foot error over that 26 miles.
He sent me something similar and asked me what, just to see if I knew how to do the math and all that. And I sent it. I seen the answer, like if you're adding curvature considerations, and then if you're doing planar surveying, and he questioned it. He didn't say I was wrong or nothing because it's simple math, but he's questioned it. Look, I gave you two answers. Okay, if I'm adding, here's the answer I'm going to give you for this distance and these two spots to this one location. But here's my answer if I'm giving curvature consideration. The question confused me. He never responded after that.
Well, Bev took an image.
Yeah, the question was single point on the top of a radio tower when observed with vertical angle from close by, like a couple miles, and that same radio tower when observed from like 18 miles away. Now, there's only one elevation of that tower. So if you don't apply curvature, then you get two unique answers. The curvature.
There's as many answers as radius I give it. I can give 100 different radii and give you 100 different answers. Okay, and then I can give you the planar data, and it's going to give me a unique answer.
There's only one that results in an accurate result.
Okay. Back to the textbook. Planar surveys for limited areas only involves the north and east. When dealing with elevations by vertical angle, curvature is always considered in the calculation.
It's all north and east, man. What are you talking about?
With vertical angle measurements, even in, quote, planar surveys, vertical angle measurement for elevation is still against the geoid, and radius and curvature always calculated, never ignored. If you're using level...
Calculated. Keyword, calculated. I agree.
Results. Absent the calculation, absent the radius, your results come up shit.
Okay, so you take your sticks and level rods and level and run between 2 points. And if you use the proper procedure, you get the right elevation, and curvature was accounted for by the procedure. Now, from those same 2 points, you measure across those same 2 points, you determine that elevation by vertical angle and include the curvature, you get the exact same answer. So curvature must be part of vertical angle elevation determination, as confirmed by the proper method of sticks or leveling rods and a level. So they get the same answer. One, with vertical angle, curvature applied, returns the same answer to within tolerances, not precise, not exactly down to the 100.
Let me tell you all these tolerances. Okay, Maine Surveyor did an Alberuni test, a dozen different measurements, okay, and he applied 7/6R, okay, and he was still off over 1 million feet, which ain't that many miles, but it's a lot of miles. It's still off like 5%, even after doing an 18% 7/6R, which means refraction is mathematically calculated. It's an exact amount at exact distances. That dude, when they say 7/6R, they're just applying radius of Earth. It's how do they know light? It's fucking. It's a joke if you think about it.
When I reviewed his data from Cadillac Mountain to the ocean horizon, I got 7.09/6R. When I looked at my valley survey, I got 7.1/6R. When I look at my textbooks, they say for short areas, 7/6 is a very good number.
How many? Yeah, that's just barely less than 7/6R. But I'm saying how that's basically the same. But what I'm saying is, how many? With your example, how many did they average into that calculation? How many?
My example,
different day.
My example in my valley over 4 or 5 summers, 25 measurements up to the same tower from 147,000 feet all the way down to 5,000 feet away from the tower, over and 4-mile increments in between. All 25 measurements, none were omitted.
Did you send that? Go ahead, sorry.
And I got 7.1/6R. And to further that, I also measured the radius of the Earth with the guy from Maine and Jesse Kozlowski over a 520-mile segment of Great Circle from Maine through New York and into Hagerstown, Maryland. That was a pretty difficult task, so we employed our tens of thousands of dollars of equipment and a couple of man days. And I got within 20 parts per million of the geodetic calculated arc for that azimuth and that latitude. Now, I did the work.
Yeah, I thought you said you got 7.09. I mean 7.9.
No, with his data, I got 7.09 over 6R, which is close to 7.1. I got 7.1 as well.
No, it's not. 7.09 ain't close to 7.1. That's 81 off.
Are you fucking kidding me? 7.09 rounded off is 7.1.
Come on, Brian. Come on, man.
You said 7.09 is nothing like 7.1. Are you kidding me?
It's not close to.
That's
if you bought something
different.
If you bought something, it cost $7.09, and you gave them $7.10. You say keep the penny.
Well, when you're doing this in feet, okay, and you're talking about fucking like 10 to 11 million feet per shot per the average, then yeah, that's a decent I mean, that's a lot of feet. Let's just say that. But yeah, okay. If we're gonna talk about dollars and if you're putting your calculations down to miles, that's fine. But if you're trying to be accurate, like local elevation data, then yeah, that is a big deal, bro. To know the difference between 0.9 of a freaking percent, you know, local elevation data is accurate, man.
0.01, not 0.9, 0.01.
You said 0.09 and point.
Yeah, 0.1. Yeah, that's a difference of 0.01.
Write down 7.1 and subtract 7.09 from it, Brian.
I got you.
Jesus fucking Christ.
7.1 and 7.09. You know, yeah, you're right. It sounded like it was off more than that, because if you break down the one,
we'll give you a pass on that one, Brian. It's okay. We'll give you a pass.
Still sounds a little fabricated, though, man.
And I was using I had his field notes for the Cadillac Mountain observation, and he measured essentially the dip to the horizon with a proper zenith angle. And it was exactly what you get with all your sextant textbooks, exactly what I got in all my textbooks, reasonable tolerance. Yeah.
Why did he have to do an 18% correction if he did it in the middle of the day? Why did he have to apply 7 over 6R and still come up short? I'll post it real quick. I'm going to go ahead and post this. And you tell me why he had to correct it that much if he did it in the middle of the day and up that high. Okay, so I'm told that, hold on, I'm told if I go up high that I get out of the refraction, okay? And from Chaiki even earlier, okay?
You don't
when I looked at his notes, and I did the calculation, it was Al-Biruni writ large. I don't trust your math. I'll go with mine, and the fact that it matches textbooks is one fucking coincidence.
Genius shit going on over here.
Brian, going up in altitude does not get us out of the refraction. What it does is get us into an area where 7 over 6R usually works.
And he wasn't up that.
Which is not true when you're shooting over fucking water or shooting shit down at sea level.
And he wasn't up that high. He was only up about 11 or 1,200 feet, if I recall. 11 or 1,200 feet. Shit, that ain't nothing, Val.
In Florida, it's high.
Ouch, Paul, that's a tough one, man. I felt that one. Paul says, Trismegistus is talking to a guy in the chat box. Paul says to Trismegistus, Brian sounds sincere to me. You don't. Ouch, the pain.
Oh, that's a burn. Oh, I should get some ice on that.
Dude, I'm having to go way back. Does anybody else have the handwritten results from main surveyor so I don't have to scroll through like a gajillion fucking family archives here?
Well, you wouldn't give us a link today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for it, man. I've posted it before in different conversations, but I just 7/6. That's 18%. You're changing your radius. I mean, you could change it to angles and say it's like less than a couple of minutes of arc, whatever. I'm talking about you're changing the radius by 18% by putting in 7/6 arc. So you're not really doing a light refraction. Hold on real quick. You're not really doing a light refraction measurement. You're doing a radius measurement. You're just changing the radius. You're not really telling us what the light's doing. You're just saying, oh, it's following the curvature, but it's curving with it. That's speculation.
No, because as I mentioned earlier, taking his observation to an ocean horizon, my observations across the valley return the same refracted radius, which is very, very close to 7.1/6R. And then, in addition to that, we did an astronomical measurement of radius from Maine, New York, and Hagerstown simultaneously, and got within 20 parts per million of the what we've been told of 39. And in this case, because of the direction, the azimuth, and the latitude, was 3,962 miles. And I did it twice between here in New York with Jesse and got the same fucking answer twice. 3,962 miles for that azimuth at that latitude because of the oblateness of the spheroid. Now, I can take that data, or take that value. Now I own that value. And I apply that to my valley survey. And I've got nirvana, dude.
Bro, if we're looking off in the distance into basically a corridor where the bottom's coming up as much as it can, it depends on how clear of a day and how far you could see that day. Okay, if it's just going off into a corridor, you're going to get the same results, man. You're going to get the same freaking results, and you don't have to apply these corrections if you're using a corridor in between the clouds and the ground, or in between the black and the cloud.
If you're using vertical angle over significant distance, you cannot ignore curvature. Cannot.
What are you talking about? Where's the curvature when you're up in these balloons? Okay, it's supposed to be you're supposed to be like 20 miles up to begin with. So there should be 20 miles of drop. Okay. Hold on, and then there's supposed to be another 7%. So you're wound up with like 70 miles of drop out the distance, but it's just shrinking into an optical corridor. Where's all the almost 100 miles of drop off in the distance? I ain't talking about left to right. I'm talking about straight forward. It ain't curving down. You can see like almost 400 miles, and it's just a straight damn shot.
Oh, from a high altitude balloon, you can only see 400 miles? On a flat Earth, you would be seeing a lot fucking further than that, wouldn't you?
You can't make out anything on that horizon, bro. It
doesn't matter. Okay.
That's the point. Yes, it does matter, bro.
I am not in the balloon industry. I do not evaluate cameras that were put on balloons to return data that was not intended to be geodetic or showing you how flat the Earth is, or showing me how curved the Earth is. That's a balloon with a camera designed to return some sort of information. If it needs wide angle, they get more information because they're looking for something other than to make you look bad. All right? Now,
how come they only show wide angle when they show us? Look, my whole life, here's my complaint. My whole life, they showed me this shit. I thought, this rocket that's like 60 miles up, it's showing curvature of Earth, dude. They literally, why didn't they tell me it was wide angle? Don't say you should have looked into it and shit, because I was just as normal as everybody else, and I'm thinking that's the curvature of the Earth. They show this shit from low altitudes in low Earth orbit, making it seem like it's Earth curve, bro. You can't say they don't do that on purpose, because it come to find out it's not Earth curvature. The Earth curvature is undetectable from 60 miles up, and they just do that for more information. Whatever, dude. They fucking do that to deceive. But you'll defend them.
Now, staying on point, where we take theodolites and measure vertical angles to something slightly elevated and at great distances, and a large number of those measurements, and it fits a curve so precisely that it is not a coincidence, and you can't fabricate, you can't mimic somebody's mistakes or somebody's lies.
Well, that's why I'm having to do this video, bro, because even you, a geodetic surveyor, which I'll give you that, maybe you are, but even you don't understand that the calculations and curvature considerations applied to measurements, okay, I'm going to apply them to my front yard through a lens, okay, and show you that the measurements match and they are precise because I'm measuring them as if it were a curve, and I'm going to map it. I'm going to map my front yard with curvature considerations, bro. You're using the model to prove the model.
Good. Good. What distances are you talking about? 100 feet? 200 feet? 75 feet?
Matter. You're using the model to prove the model. That's crazy, bro.
No, it does. Oh, it does matter because at 100 feet, it's fractions of a millimeter. I'm talking, you got to go 100,000 feet, 20,000 feet, 5,000 feet. Go 5,000 feet and watch that 8 inches bite you right in the fucking ass when you get the wrong number.
That is bullshit.
All right, guys,
that's bullshit.
Can we do a last few minutes to try to go back? If we can find this source about the blue marble and the Himawari, I think we never wrapped that one up. We like squeezed away.
Yeah. If you look up Himawari, it's going to directly link you to NOAA because that's
what website. Can you cite the website? I'm going to look.
Just type in Himawari and it's going to put you on NOAA. No matter where you go, unless you go to one of the newer ones. Like I don't think they're using the GOES anymore.
Okay,
but it's still going to link you to NOAA.
Okay, I type in Himawari, and it's the Himawari satellite. Himawari satellite, just Himawari. Because Himawari, I got some Narutopedia, I got some Japanese bags, travel school backpacks, you know. So what do you want me to look at? Sushi?
Anyway, all the Himawari information's on NOAA.gov, and I mean, that's where it's going to link you, ultimately.
Yes, it's on NOAA. NOAA is a clearinghouse for data. The other way, Himawari does not make any mention of NOAA.
I just typed in Himawari 8 and I've got a link to the Japanese website, the Wikipedia page, jma.go.jp. I'm not seeing any link to NASA, NOAA, GOA, anything at all.
You guys never learn, do you?
Okay, go ahead and hit enter and read it.
Oh, yeah.
Just go ahead and post it. Be a humble person and post it.
Brian,
why don't you go?
You can't do it either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why you ask others to do it?
I am screen sharing. Himawari 8 official, Himawari satellite official site. Himawari 8.NIST data.jma.gov.
Okay, hit enter. Let's read it. Let's do it together.
Which one? What do you want?
Wait, go to the NOAA one that you were just at.
This one goes NOAA.gov. Goes.NOAA.gov.
Yeah,
why don't we go to the first one? The original
this is
site?
new information, dude. This is because you're about to type on new information. We busted them previous. They can't take it all back.
No. We're gonna go to the official site that you say. These are the official sites, the first few.
Yeah.
It sounds like Brian needs a little help here. Are we talking?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So we busted them. We busted them. They changed their information, and y'all just forgive them. Y'all just
the data,
like
the
that.
data,
They
the
fucking
data.
said they used the next generation blue marble data set. I looked up next generation, and that's a monthly composite. And Ron Simmons worked for Next Generation, guys. You gonna forgive them for that?
I'm glad that you came in while I was already in the middle of talking, Brian, while I was trying to help you out.
Anyway, the data and the images originally come from the Japanese Meteorological Agency, the JMA.
End to end, you came into hot, man.
Go ahead.
Doofus.
Oh, sorry.
Doofus.
Right. Brian, you're talking about the continent outlines that are posted on top of the graphics, on top of the photographs that the satellite captures, correct?
Yeah, the underlying next generation blue marble data set. Now look it up.
Right. That's where the continent outlines come from.
And it's a monthly composite, the next generation. It's where Rob Simmons was stationed. Okay, if you want to forgive him for that, you go ahead. I'm gonna hold him. I'm gonna hold him to it.
Let's work this through real quick, Brian. The continent outlines are not the photographic data that the satellite provides. The continent outlines are put. The continent outlines from the Blue Marble dataset are put on top of the photographs that the satellite does take.
No, all the information is overlaid on the next generation Blue Marble. Okay.
And so what, Brian?
That's the continent outlines,
What do you
Brian.
mean, so what? They come up with the composite monthly, dude. Rod Simmons came out with one that they put on the iPhone. It's a fucking artist rendition. What are you talking about? So what?
What do you mean artist rendition, Brian?
All right,
that's not an artist. That guy's a computer
That's not an artist rendition.
Brian, listen very carefully. The Blue Marble data set is what's giving the Himawari website and background data services the ability to put the continent outlines onto the photographs the satellite is taking.
Right, but if they're making new freaking Blue Marbles monthly, which it says on their website, I don't care composites or not. They're making them monthly. Then how they're not making them every 10 minutes, are they? You're so gullible, dude. It's fucking aggravating.
Okay, that has nothing to do with the photographic evidence that Himawari snapshots every 10 minutes. Does it, Brian?
If the Blue Marble that they're making a composite of monthly, if their information from NOAA and all kinds of other ones, I was just reading it, are being overlaid on that composite.
Where are you getting that information from? That's what I'm trying to find out.
What are you talking about, bro? I posted it where the underlying Blue Marble data.
You posted something
Really?
related to the Blue Marble, but we are still in the Himawari 8 official real-time set.
Give me one thing that could have meant other than when they're saying they're overlaying their data. If they're overlaying their data onto a composite that comes out monthly. Okay?
So what?
What else could that mean? Give me something to fall back on if I'm going to believe y'all.
So,
Give me
all right.
anything else that could mean.
They could
Brian.
overlay it on a picture of me every month.
Yeah, guide me through, Brian. Guide me through. I'm in the Himawari real-time web.
Okay, go to NOAA weather simulation.
No, wait, no,
Shut up.
no, Brian. You want me to go to a different site, Brian? I am already in the Himawari 8, and from this web page, it should take me wherever you want me to go.
Keep that open. Okay, keep that open. Open a tab. You told me to guide you to it. Now
Yeah,
you want
okay.
to hold my hand while I guide you to it,
Hold on, guys. Me and Brian. Let Brian talk.
He told me to guide you to it. I'm gonna guide you to it. Okay, keep that tab open. Now, two places. You got to open two other tabs. One for
But why? You should take me from this page.
I'm walking you through it, bro. I'm doing what you asked.
No, dude. No, that's not the way it works. That's not the way it works, Brian. Should I go to the about page, to the help, to the using images? We gotta go through this via this website, so we know it's legit. Whatever you say. I'm not gonna go to on other websites and then extrapolate that one has to do with the other. Shout out to Ortiz Live. Big $10 super chat. $10 super chat by Ortiz Live. Shout out to Ortiz Live for $10 super chat. What is a composite image? And what is it a composite of? Boom.
Strip data. It's strip data. Okay, but how am I going to walk you through it if you won't walk with me, Jose?
So we are in the Himawari 8 official site. Where do I go from this page? Not a new tab, not a new website. From this page, where do I go so we can see the imagery?
Walk yourself through it, bro. Walk yourself through it if you're not going to walk with me.
Move the slider, Jose.
Move the slider, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
All I'm going to tell you to do is go to the weather simulation for the next just 5 years. In fact, the next 1 year. Hey, what we'll do, we'll go and it'll show previous years. All you got to do is check the clouds over the ocean where there's no radar.
There you go.
Then I have to extrapolate.
Then go back to the website you're at. And
then I got to use my imagination. Use my imagination then to put one and one together. Is that the conclusion?
No, it's already been done. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to walk you through it.
But why do I have to leave? Why do we have to leave the Himawari 8 official site in order to see this stuff?
Well, you would say that the weather simulation that they predicted is not going to exactly match every single day, is it, Jose?
You say something about the blue marble related to the Himawari.
I'm going to show you the data they overlay on the fucking thing if you'll listen. Why are you being stuck?
I listen to you, but there's nothing to point from the Himawari. You say, dude, you can find all that. You go to the Himawari official site, and then you know that the blue marble, blah, blah, blah. You're using your imagination. You're extrapolating because there's nothing over here to take me to the blue marble science from the Himawari official site.
Jose, let me try to mediate you. Hold on, Brian. Hold on, Brian. If he goes to the other side, would it link him to the Himawari?
No, if he'd have clicked on one of the Himawari site, like I told him to, I told him, and he's like, no. I told him.
Again, how do you know?
He's clicking on one of the newer ones. Of course they're gonna Of course they're gonna fucking hide the fact that we busted their ass.
So how do you know?
So how do you know? It's hidden now.
Because you could go to the official pictures from the Himawari and look at the fucking weather out beyond radar. No way they're gonna match the simulation.
Then you use your imagination.
I'm trying to show you how to do it. But if you don't want to do it, bro, I can't make you do it.
Then you presuppose, use your imagination and extrapolate that that's what's going on, right?
Basically.
What are you talking about, bro? You go to the simulated data, bro. Let's just do tomorrow. Let's do it together.
Simulated. Where on the NOAA website, Brian? Where is this? Where are these simulations? Because that's what I'm looking for right now.
Look up the NOAA simulated weather patterns. Okay, it's there. Okay. Just go to my fucking video, dude, and save yourself the time. Unless you think I'm lying.
And just watch your video.
You think I did 100 years and faked it myself?
Brian, that's the issue. We tried looking at your video, but we're not just going to believe you. We're going to double check what you're saying, and it's not adding up today.
No, you ain't double checking shit, bro. You're doing what you want to do and fucking acting like I'm lying.
We want to arrive to the conclusion that you arrived, but via our method, not your method.
Well, you know what? Your method obviously fucking, if you look up the simulated weather, okay, they go years and years in advance. Just do tomorrow's, Jose, and I bet you it matches perfect. I bet you they simulate the weather perfect.
Actually, you don't do too bad if you guess tomorrow's weather.
All right, let's give Doofus, you want to take a minute? Make it short and sweet. Let me hear Doofus. He's going to explain something here. Let's see if we can understand.
All right. Well, what you've got on screen right now is perfect, Jose. You've got a photograph with some continental outlines overlaid on top of it. So now what the process the Himawari photographs go through is they take the photographs. Those photographs are brought down from the satellite onto, well, they're just received at the ground stations. Then from there, the blue marble data set is parsed for the continental outlines.
What blue marble data set?
Hold on, Brian. Let me hear the whole thing.
No, it's the next generation.
Please, let me hear the whole thing. Let me hear the whole thing, and then you can comment after he's done. Go ahead, Doofus.
The continent or the composite imagery for the land masses and oceans and all that, that's not required for Himawari to do what it does. All it needs is the outline data. What you see on the stream that Jose is sharing right now is a photo taken from the satellite with the outlines, just the outlines, put on top of the image. That's the whole process.
Okay, then what is the next generation? Okay, next generation blue marble data set.
From Brian.
Okay, yeah, and don't they come out with a new one every month, bud?
Great. What does that have to do?
So this is a new one, right? It's not a picture from Himawari, correct?
Maybe because land masses.
Hold on a second.
Land masses.
Who's going to answer? Doofus is going to answer what Brian asked.
My point is this is not a picture from Himawari. It's a freaking blue marble. It's a next generation blue marble data set. And they come out monthly, and this one looks way better than the old ones. Perfect. I will give it that.
Doofus
but they
change.
They're not pictures.
Doofus, go ahead.
All right. The blue marble data set. That composite imagery is all fully lit. That's None of what you see on this Himawari image comes from that, except for the outlines that show you where the continents are. The full color imagery from the blue marble dataset is not shown on the screen.
Put it back up. Wait, put it back up.
The full color imagery from the blue marble dataset is not shown on screen right now. That's coming straight from the Himawari satellite directly.
Okay, put it back up. Put them lines back up. Okay, now I'm seeing that's California and Mexico, right?
No.
No, it's Australia, but down here.
Japan.
Oh dear.
Then that's Australia, right?
Yeah, no
that's
shit.
Australia.
Are you
Okay, and what is that off to the right? What is that up and to the right?
Up and to the
mostly ocean.
The land.
That's Alaska, way up here.
You could just about see Alaska, yeah.
Yeah, that's
What's underneath Alaska?
Ocean.
Hawaii, way out
Nothing.
here. Way out there, Hawaii.
Okay, what is that desert-looking sand shit in the middle of the globe all the way to the right?
Those are clouds.
That's the sun.
That's the
That's
sun.
the sun. It's shining. Yeah, that's not desert.
Jesus.
Okay, what's that down to the bottom right?
Clouds.
More clouds, more ocean.
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Put the whole thing back on screen. Put the whole thing back on.
Brian, how about you?
Roboting. People roboting.
Why can't Himawari see the whole globe, the whole flat plane? Only sees about half the globe. Wonder why.
Brian thought this is a continent because it looks more brownish when it's the brightness of the sun. You know.
Huh.
It's
You got
Hawaii,
Hawaii a little bit up and to the right of where you were, and then a whole bunch of Pacific Islands over here to the left of that.
North and South America are beyond the curve. That's why you can't see them.
A little bit of Alaska, way out by the.
But
the
the bulk of the two continents are beyond the curve. You know, like Europe.
Okay, so that's a sun hot spot right at twilight. Sun's hot spot's right on the edge of daylight, right? I think not.
No, it's nowhere near.
Don't literally say anything, bro. Why are y'all defending this to the death?
Morning on that.
Are y'all invested in this shit? Why are y'all defending it, man?
Oh my.
Shut up. Globe.
Yeah, it'll be sunset already in some of the parts of the U.S. by this time.
So right at the edge of daylight is the sun's hot spot. Who said that?
That's not how hotspots work, Brian.
No,
that's not how hotspots work, bud. I can show you altitude footage to show you how they really work. No, somebody said it's a hotspot. Hold on, it's not. There's no such thing as a hotspot at the edge of twilight.
Photograph taken from space. That is what you see.
I can explain that one to you too. You know the term specular highlight.
Somebody's roboting.
It's B-ball.
Jesus Christ.
Roboting.
It's always B-ball.
So hold on, we can see all of Australia. We can see all of Asia, right?
Well,
we can see all of Europe, right?
No. You can't see Europe.
No.
You can see the border of India, and that's it.
Italy. Hold on, that's not Italy.
No, that's India on the left.
Okay, so we can see most of Europe. How about we can see most of Europe?
No, we can't see Europe at all.
Any of Europe.
Europe is on the other side.
Okay, so we can't see any of Europe, right?
Right.
You can't see any of North America, South America, or
hold on.
Europe,
So,
Brian.
Hold on,
so
guys.
where would the sun have to be in this picture for two things? 67% of the Earth with sunlight, and then 90% of their population in sunlight.
God. 67% was not the amount of land covered in direct sunlight. Brian,
Okay, how about this? I'll give you a go pack. How about 60%?
You know that's incorrect. So why did you say it?
Because that's what they fucking reported. How about 60%?
No, they did not report 67% of the land was getting direct sunlight.
Brian
Nobody
and I
didn't say direct sunlight, did I?
Geography illiterate.
Reported that, Brian.
So instead of answering the question, bro, you're going off on a tangent, right? I didn't say direct sunlight. I said daylight. Now, okay, show me where the middle of the hot spot would have to be. Show me where the sun's hot spot would have to be in this picture for 90% of their population to be in daylight.
What's a hot spot?
Well, I don't know what. I thought I knew what a hot spot was. I thought it was a specular reflection on a ball.
It's at
the edge of twilight. A hot spot to them is right on the edge of twilight.
That's not reflection. It depends on where you are. It changes as you move.
Yeah, Brian.
I got a hotspot in my little globe. Sorry, I got a hotspot in my. I hold in my little globe. You don't see it, but I got a hotspot, roughly matching what is on screen right now. It's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Okay, try and make your glow. Try and make it cover 60% and daylight. Try and put 60%. But besides that,
there's daylight.
That's not possible, bro. It's only going to be 50%. You can't cover 60% of a globe.
See what we got.
Daylight.
All right, so if I can break in real quick, because it's been about 5 times that Brian has said this, and I'm trying to get in. Specular reflection on a sphere. You will get a specular reflection from a light source that is everywhere except where the sphere is occluding your view. You can get a specular reflection, again, from a light source that can be anywhere except for where the sphere is occluding your view. That means
I see what you're showing, Jose.
That means that specular reflection is not, I repeat, is not the subsolar point.
So what is that behind the planet? Like at the top right of Earth? What is that?
It's an icon.
Yeah, that's just
okay. Just checking. Okay, now
website
listen. Now show me where the center, where the sun's. Just show me on this, roughly where the sun's GP would be for 90%.
What time
for
was it?
90%? Just let me finish. Just show me. Just circle it or describe it to me verbally where the sun's GP, where it's right overhead. Where if 90% of the Earth, 90% of the population.
So what?
Of Earth is
wait.
light.
So what time is it? What time is it now? So it's what? 2:53, 2:58. I'm sorry.
Just asking for a position. Wherever, nothing less.
Wherever it's new there right now.
Use the
That's
time
where
on the
GP is.
picture. Yeah, use the
There you
time
go.
on the picture because it tells you.
Oh, okay.
A little less than halfway around the
14:30.
globe to the right.
All right. Yeah. So the sun, the subsolar point, that point will be just on the other side of the surface. Part of the surface you can't see is where the subsolar point is, Brian.
Now, what I'm seeing is this actually pretty much add up with the whole thing, right? We can see, pretty much the same. We got Australia, we got a little bit of this part right here, and the rest is pretty much water. Now, I mean, I can put look, it's almost everything water right here. So how in the fuck are we gonna fit all the continents in this globe? Well, they are. All the continents are in this globe.
Australia was in darkness, bro. And over Australia is Japan and Asia. Okay, on this picture. So if Japan and Asia, China and shit are over Australia, and Australia was supposed to be the only thing left out, which was why it was 90% of the population. I just want to know where the GP of the sun is at that time. I see what you're saying.
You already asked that question. They attempted to answer you in a way. But now my point, this is my only point that I want to make in here, that over here, we can barely see any land. It's almost everything water right here. It's a little bit in the top, a little bit in the edges, right? Let me cover the sun. A little bit of Australia, a little bit of the other side. But where can I fit all the continents if almost half of the globe that you see is water only, Brian?
Yeah, show us.
Yes, I'm starting to rotate it very slowly.
Show us the one spot. Hold on, no.
I'm starting to rotate it very slowly so you can see that let me finish. You can see that all of the continents will fit in the globe, even though you can say pretty much almost the whole half is water. So how can we fit all the continents?
You said whole half. Stop at the spot you're talking about. Don't just keep spinning
right here. Right here. I say almost the whole half.
No. The spot in daylight, bro. In daylight, not dark.
How am I going to show that? I got to turn the laptop and the camera, and I cannot show that. I cannot break my setting right here. It's going to disconnect everything.
Upside down.
Put the globe upside down.
Here's the GP of the sun, roughly. I'm about to post it.
Brian, you understand my point, right? When you ask,
I absolutely understand your point. You actually showed me the hot spot of how it could be over there to the right. I'll give you that.
Perfect, Brian. Perfect. Now, for my specific point,
for how the sun. Can you light up half of your globe at one time?
I might be able to do it. Now I'm in the outside with everything sunny, so even though if I line a flashlight really close, it's gonna be all fucked up. I'm not gonna do that. All I want to do is to show you how can we fit all the continents in the globe when everything you see is almost water and you barely see anything else.
That's my
Very
point.
easy, Brian.
That's my
You're
point,
in the same spot that I'm trying to say something uninterrupted. You interrupted me every
Bro,
single
you're
fucking
backing me
time.
up, bro.
Brian, I'm backing you up perfect, and I want to do it uninterrupted. Therefore, I'm going to server mute you for just 1 minute. My point is, how can we see how can you fit all of the continents in a globe when everything that you see is almost everything is water? You see a little bit of land in one side, you see a little bit of land in the other side. So this is, you say, the flat earthers say, this is half of the globe. There's no way that you can fit all the continents, the 7 continents on Earth in your globe. Very easy, Brian. There's no deception. There's nothing going on. You rotate the globe and all of the continents are visible in the globe. Everything fits perfectly. Thank you very much. I'll turn my camera off. I give you guys 5 or 10 more minutes and then we'll do final thoughts. Thank you very much.
I see what you're saying, but here's why I say you're backing me up is because just take the edge of what you could see when you showed it. Look at what you put on camera and take the very, very edge of Australia that you see. Now line that up with the right side, okay, on your globe, and then line it up again. You'll get Australia back in the picture. On Google Earth or on these computer simulations, you don't. My whole point is, yeah, on a globe, yeah, but here's another thing, is that if my eyes can see it, I mean, if my eyes can't see it, how can the sunlight see it? If my eyes can't even see it, and if you do the spinning, like I'm saying, the globe don't match these simulations. They're simulating Earth. Yeah, try that with a real globe. Simulation. That's the point.
Matches perfectly, Brian. I just posted it. Thank you.
You just say it matches perfect when he just showed. He just showed, bro, that you can see partial Australia and barely even see California off to the right. Okay, so if you spin it. Okay, and then mark that.
Can't see
you're gonna have Australia in view, bro. That's not what happens on Google Earth.
You can't see California at all in my picture, which matches Himawari perfectly.
So if you can't see it, how can the sun?
It's far away.
Where Himawari is located
Because the sun is really far away.
Then back the globe up, bro. Back the globe up, then, pal.
The sun sees approximately 50% of the Earth, slightly less, but if you include refraction, probably a little bit.
What? Brian, just give up, man.
Yeah, really. Or just back your globe up, bro, and be on it.
Go dig.
It's like he's got his face jammed up against the globe, saying, "Look, it matches perfect. All I gotta do is cram my fucking face up against the globe."
For fuck's sake.
I say make the plans, so you won't have any surprises. And
the reason I did this is because I shine the light on the globe. Okay, the flashlight doesn't see the same thing. You back it up. You can use a laser.
You know why?
Brian?
You know why?
Yeah, because it's a simulation, bro.
No,
it's a projection.
No. Wrong. Because your flashlight is smaller than the Earth. Your globe. Take a flashlight that is bigger. Take a flashlight that is bigger than your globe.
Yeah, changing the distance to the Earth doesn't change the size of the flashlight.
Yeah, but if you back it up, you could use a laser and you back it up. If you go back about 500 feet, you can simulate an eclipse, man. You can simulate an eclipse. And I did a video on it even looked like a actual eclipse, bro. Using a laser, blocking it. I matched the size of the moon and the Earth. And I put a cutout of the Earth.
You need to make the sun
and then I scaled the moon. And no matter how far I went toward the laser, I went like way further than scale, and it left the same size. There was no smaller penumbra. But I'll be honest. What I meant to do.
Sake, you need the sun at the same size as the sun.
Here's what I meant to do. I had two.
Any tension.
Let me finish, dude. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt here.
Don't
Dude, shut the fuck up.
Finish. We gotta move on.
Shut the fuck up.
Chai, let's try and finish.
Here's what I initially did. I was like a quarter of a mile away with my lasers. I initially had 2 of them to represent the width of the sun, you know, but one of them went out, so I was only able to use 1 laser. So I was trying to like come in from an angle that the sun would demonstrate in reality, and I wasn't able to do that. So that's being perfectly honest. But it did look eerily like an eclipse. It was cool. You should try it.
Oh, I got a headache there, man. It's crazy. Hey, I got some money on PayPal. Look at that. I didn't know I was gonna get any of that today, but I actually did. Got $5 from Pronon. Oh, Pronon says, Brian, shut up and let the professionals speak. You don't know how things work. Stop and listen. If you can't, leave the classroom, dumbass. Shout out to Pronon. What do you think,
Yeah,
Brian?
shout out. But I like demonstrations, man. All this talk drives me fucking nuts. Dude, I like demonstrations, man. But you know, we do some of them here, man.
What have you demonstrated though, Brian?
But dude, they're updating all their shit, dude. Y'all look at the new shit. Like the old shit didn't matter, dude. It's crazy, man.
Brian, can you see my picture?
You're gonna
It's a
no.
picture of a globe taken at several distances, 2 distances to be exact.
No. Fuck.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna screen share. There's a few images. I just want to do final thoughts. It's really hot in here. I need to leave the stream. But I want to. Yesterday I didn't give you the opportunity for final thoughts, and today I want to. So let's do a quick round of final thoughts. If anybody had to screen share for final thoughts, do your own screen share, and I'll present you as you speak your piece. We're gonna get out of here alphabetical order. If you don't want to speak, don't say nothing. We will grab everybody here. Blue Marble Sciences first. Final thoughts. Brian Leake, final thoughts.
Am I allowed to ask a question?
Yeah. Oh, I was
Yes,
saying,
we'll get to
here.
you very shortly.
Yeah, if you want to ask a question, that's fine. I'll wait.
Yeah, all right. Well, Godric, this is going to be your final thoughts. I'm going to wrap up the live show. You guys can stay here as long as you want, but I got to stop the live stream on YouTube. And this is the format. The format is every single person speak your 5 seconds, 30 seconds of piece before we get out of here, and then you guys can have the floor. Brian Leake, your final thoughts, or you lose the chance.
Yeah, 30 seconds apiece. 30 seconds apiece. I appreciate the platform and everything, and I don't mind this back and forth and stuff, man. But my main point would be that you know, we showed these simulations, and I was going to walk you through. We're going to go to the weather simulations, and it's not a coincidence that they can predict the exact clouds out over the oceans where the radars don't reach. And they match every day. They match simulations. That's not a coincidence. That is overlaying data that they admitted, but they've tried to cover up recently. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
My question was, you showed the globe and showed all the continents on the globe, and I don't know why that's meaningful, because you can have a continent on a square box, or you can put them on a flat isomorphic plane. It's the same thing. So I don't see that's meaningful.
Okay.
Argument.
Chaik, final thoughts.
Yeah, I think Brian meant to say he liked the fourth and fourth, not the back and forth. A good bit of a shit show. Thank you.
Thank you. Komar. Doofus.
All right. Well, the fun thing about Brian bringing up the 90% or 99% of the Earth's population in sunlight is during that day, that was predicted to occur using a globe model, i.e. timeanddate.com. And that, of course, ended up actually happening because timeanddate.com fits observations everywhere, and that uses a globe to do what it does. So, yeah, no kidding. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you. Earth is live. Final thoughts.
Hey, what's up, Jose? Good show. I don't know what to say. I mean, it seems like no matter how many times we show Brian different things, whether it's things being obstructed, or the 24-hour sun, or Southern Hemisphere flights, or surveying data, it seems like he only wants to confirm his own bias. So I don't think that when he says, "Oh, I'll just do that and it'll be done," no, it won't be done because you'll just want to confirm your own bias again using something else. Yeah, good show, and I'll be in the after show. Thank you.
Thank you. Farmer's Boy.
Well, that was funny and frustrating in equal levels. Poor old Brian. Himawari 8, nothing to do with NASA. It's not predicting weather. It's just taking photographs every 10 minutes. Everything you said about it was wrong. But hey, there you go. Thank you, Jose. It's been entertaining.
Thank you. Larry, hot mic. Godric, final thoughts. Whatever you heard, or if you want to comment, if you want to shield, you got a channel with content. You're gonna send people over, and as I say, whenever I wrap up the final thoughts, you guys can stay here and have your discussions as long as you want. So I just gotta get out of YouTube live. Godric, go ahead, man.
Thank you. Well, I just appreciate you guys having the show and having a fair discussion, and that's great. And I'd like to come back on next one. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You're welcome, man. Yeah, hopefully, you'll get here earlier one day, and I just want to pick on your brain and talk to you for a little bit. It's me. I'm like very illiterate in math and geography and most of the science, but I like just having the one-on-one talk, just normal talk, and see where if we can agree in certain parameters before we get to the actual discussion with the other people that are the experts on the topic. Godric, anytime, man. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Huge Janus, final thoughts.
Yes, sir. So this argument sounds very familiar. It's very similar to Dan the Waterman's argument regarding the Hubble images. Instead of focusing on whether or not there is actually a telescope in space, he's focusing on trying to debunk the images themselves. Same with the Himawari. Let's figure out if we can actually detect the Himawari in orbit. And if it is physically there, in fact, if anything is in orbit, flat Earth is impossible. I'll be in the after show. Thank you.
Thank you. Larry.
Well, Brian did not disappoint. It's as plain as day. I got nothing. Boom.
Boom. Left lane. Luis.
Yeah, at this point, with the comment of Dan the Warman and what I just heard today, I mean, we're just going full. I've seen through their lies. I've seen through the deceits. I've seen the conspiracies and all that. I mean, today marks the day I am convinced that both Dan and Brian are just con artists. They're just liars. They're just here for the show, and they're just here to mess.
Fuck off.
This is my last words.
Let him say
Fuck
his
off.
piece, Brian. You can have a go with him in a minute.
And this proves it. I think he's just here because he likes the attention, or he likes everyone arguing over him. He just doesn't like to be contradicted, and that is visible because he screams a lot every time he sees he's in a corner. So he's not even interested in what we have to say, and I'll just ignore him from now on. Thanks.
Ouch. Thanks. Mojok Man, final thoughts.
The thing that bothers me, I mean, I heard Brian say several things today, and we've never got a link to it, and I'm not able to see what he's seeing. I was interested in knowing about his 90% thing. I was interested to know what he was talking about with these predictions, yet we, through the entire show, talked about them, but never got to them. So it's very frustrating listening to, because we couldn't talk about them with evidence in front of us.
All right. Thank you. No thanks. Final thoughts.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, so the 99% of the population equates to about 68 to 70% of the globe, which disproves parallel sunlight easily, right? And the size of the globe and the sun and distance. Orbits are possible on a flat Earth. The sun and the moon are obviously orbiting over the flat Earth. So to say that satellites can't orbit is false. They may orbit, and they don't orbit as we're told.
No interruptions.
Thank you.
Thank you. Paid NASA Shield, final thoughts.
Oh, I just showed up. I have no final thoughts. Sorry.
Pronon.
just another show of Brian's ignorance, and I have to agree with Lewis. He's just a con artist. You just want the attention, Brian. Sorry. That's what all flat earthers want. They want attention and money. That's my final thoughts. Boom. I'll be in the
talking about money. What are you fucking talking about money?
Shut up. One more. Nestle wipes.
Yeah, I don't have any final thoughts, Jose, but yeah, it's been entertaining. Brian is just hilarious to me. He's just fucking hilarious.
And Blue Marble Science. Second and last attempt. All right. We just moved the text conversation to the Daily Nonsense Room. We were in the Daily Boom Uncensored. That room now is in private until the next live stream. But we have the Daily Nonsense. We gonna, if anybody want to participate, share links, do whatever you were doing. We are from the Daily Boom Uncensored text chat to the Daily Nonsense text chat. You guys are here in the YouTube live. You have fun. Stay. Just please to the people here, do not run other people away. Do not turn and let them shut up and go away. Just get the fuck out of here. What the fuck are you doing here? Let's not do that. I welcome everybody. I'm not going to be listening all the time, but it's unfair that some people just wanted to run people away because of disagreement. Because let's say Mojok Man will disagree with Hugh Janus, Mojok Man will be yelling at Hugh Janus, interrupting and saying, "You're fucking wrong, you're a retard, and get the fuck out of here. You got nothing to say." I will not appreciate that. So please, to everybody, talk and let talk, have fun. It's not going to be live. If anybody want to record this on your own end, you feel free to do so. It's up to you. Big shout out to everybody on YouTube chat box. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure that the bell notification icon is on for when the show goes live. You are here. Leave a comment in the comment section. If you want to support the channel, there's a super thanks when the videos are uploaded. And there's a PayPal link in the description box. Support each other and take care of yourself. Be safe out there. Jose JG out. Boom.